You feel like a ham sandwich? Okay, makes you into one. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. It's time for more some blah 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 blah. Time for me to trip on my words already. That's great. New record. Today we'll be starting chapter 2, because last week really determined the actual pacing for our chapters. We'll be doing each chapter in 2 parts, because I only have so much energy. Yeah. I will not hit new game this time. It was actually a little funny watching that back when I was video editing earlier today. But yeah, let's do this. Let's get into chapter 2. Sumo Sticker is the name of the chapter. Exciting. If you ask me, all the people in my class were ignorant children. When I was in the 4th grade, only about 1 in 6 kids had a smartphone. A bunch of them would use their phones during breaks to pull up secret web pages made by the kids at school or dumb joke sites. They passed them around the class to become the center of attention, and each would be the leader of their own little group. One day, one of these leaders was upset because he couldn't visit a site he'd been able to access the day before. Some of the kids in his group suggested that it was broken, or that maybe the address had changed. I told him, "It's internet content filtering. Your parents contacted the cell phone company to limit your online access." The leader looked stunned for a moment, but then he yelled at me not to make stuff up. The rest of the group joined in. I knew I was right. I wasn't making anything up. I didn't understand why they were all yelling. Later, I realized that I was the class misfit, and he was the boss of his little group, and he didn't like that I had shown him up. I only went to school once in a while, but when I did, something like that always happened. I was sick of it. I wanted to show the rest of the class I was better than they were. I wanted to shock all those wrong-siders. When I snuck outside, I found a place filled with true darkness, unlike any I'd ever experienced. I could hear her gasp behind me. Are you okay? Sarika didn't answer. She just clung to me, as if seeking escape from the darkness around us. Should we go home? Sarika quickly shook her head. It's okay. We still haven't found any clues about Ami-chan, and I don't want to be in that house. You too, right, Taku? The little sounds they make having an echo is funny. I thought for a second and nodded. For her, that was probably the real reason. Okay, let's go. Sarika nodded back, but even in the darkness, I could see that her lips were quivering. She was scared. Maybe I'm lucky. What I wanted in this situation wasn't a brave comrade who would go boldly forward with me, but a friend who would shiver pathetically behind my back. No matter what happened, I had to protect Sarika. Having her there made me feel better like that. I brought my focus back to what was going on around me and started to softly walk forward. I woke up from the unusual dream. For once I hadn't been sweating in my sleep. In fact, I felt better than usual. Okay. I booted up the PC, checked my email, and then loaded all the major newspaper and news sites up at once. It was how I usually started my morning. I felt extremely alert. I could probably finish my usual routine. I feel like I messed that up somehow. Let's try that again. I could probably finish my usual routine in less than an hour. I can read, maybe, perhaps. Yeah, that's right. I'm not a kid anymore. One of these days I really do to figure out just setting up a little button I can press to make my own voice echo. I know it's not that difficult in theory, I just haven't gotten around to it. One of these days, maybe. I won't give up halfway like I did before. This time, the mystery I needed to solve was right in front of me. Sumo sticker. Have you ever seen this sticker? On a street light? On an abandoned phone booth? On the back of a mailbox? Or on road signs? You can find them anywhere in town. These strange stickers, which look like the faces of two fat men overlapping, are called sumo stickers. And the first time people started talking about them was back in 2007. They were big enough that at one point, people were talking about them on TV. After the 2009 Shibuya earthquake, everyone just stopped talking about them, but lately, they started appearing around Shibuya again. This was found yesterday, for example. At first, these stickers may appear to have been put up at random, but they actually have something in common. This. This. And this. These three stickers were found near the sites of the bizarre deaths that the whole city's been talking about. This was put on the karaoke box opposite the apartment where Don't Look took place. This is put up on a street light near Audio Bleed. This is put up on the Love Hotel opposite the scene of Revolving Dead. That's right. All of these were placed near the scenes of the deaths. Some of you may think this is just a coincidence, but Don't Look and Revolving Dead took place in a 5th-story condo and the 3rd story of a Love Hotel. And both of these stickers were placed high up on the 5th and 3rd floors of the buildings opposite them, as if they were looking down on the scene. Audio Bleed is no different. It was placed on a streetlight looking down over the scene. Is this really just a coincidence? Who created these stickers? Why are they being put up? Cameras hidden in the stickers? I don't think so. I think it's going to be something more along the lines of supernatural, despite being a science adventure game. Because, like, one scene earlier, like, the sticker ended up having a giant eye pop up. Fair enough, yeah. Plus, this is back in, like, 2014, 2015. So yeah, when the game came out 2014. I'm not sure if there was technology for, like, cameras to be that small that could be hidden on a sticker. And do they have anything to do with all these strange deaths? We'll continue our investigation.
最後に
Finally.
こっちみんな
Don't Look
9月7
took
日
place on September 7th.
音漏れターン
Audio Bleed
9
took
月
place on
15
September
日
19th.
回転デッド
Revolving Dead
9
took place on
月
September
29日
29th.
これら3つの事件
Have
の
you all
日
noticed
付
that
が
these three
6
incidents
年前
took
に
place
渋
on
谷
the
で起
same
こった
dates as the
ニュ
first
ー
three
ジェ
New
ネレーション
Generation
の
Madness
狂気
killings
と
6 years
いう連
ago?
続猟奇事件の日付と一致していることに皆さんお気づきでしょうか。もしも力士
If the
シー
sumo
が
stickers
今
has
現
something
在
to do
渋
with
谷で
what's
起こって
going
い
on
る
in
事件
Shibuya
と
right
関
now,
係してい
then
るの
maybe
な
they have
ら
something to
同
do
じ
with
よ
what
うに
happened
6
6
年
years
前の
ago.
事件とも関係しているのかもしれません。
再生数
Views 5.
これって
That means
ま
no
だ
one but
俺
us
た
has
ちしか
seen
見
it
てない
yet,
って
right?
ことだよな。
Naito.
まあ、
Well,
まだ
we
アップ
haven't
して
had
か
it
ら
up for more
24
than
時間も経っ
24
てないけど
hours,
さ。
but...
おい
Hey, there's another video attack Shibuya that's just amateur reporting on those arson cases. It's got over 100 views. Wait, this video is just a compilation of some rumors off the quote board and it's got over 3,000.
渋谷で生活
If
してい
you
る
live in
と
Shibuya, the
渋谷
ghosts of
地
the
震で
people
死
who
んだ
died in
者
the
の霊
earthquake
が
will
取り
possess
付き
you
不
and
思議
give
な
you
力
strange
が手に
powers.
入る。
This really got
こんなの
3,000
さ
views?
ね
Yeah, it's weird what YouTube will push out, huh? Hey, are you listening? Yeah. Ugh, I don't feel good. I tried my hardest to avoid looking at it directly, but it screwed up.
そんな気持ち
Do the
悪い
stickers
か
creep you out
この
that
シール。
much? They're really creepy.
そりゃ気持ちのいい
Well,
デザイ
they're
ンじゃ
not,
ないけど
they're
な。
certainly not what I'd call cute. Backtracking a bit because I just processed audioly what Takaru said just before with like they're creepy. He just said that it makes him feel bad, like more literally. Fascinating. You look at gory pics all the time, so you're used to this stuff, right? You maniac.
いや、
No,
それ
I
とは
don't think that
関
has
係ない
anything
だ
to
ろ
do with it. I raised my head off the desk. Ito's Pokecom was displaying the news video we'd made and uploaded to Nikuniya last night. The one about the sumo stickers. The thumbnail was a close-up of that sticker. Yeah, that delusion. That's what I was thinking about earlier. I guess it's just a delusion, and not necessarily how it works, but... I don't know. Damn it, calm down. It was just a hallucination. You imagined it. You looked again and it wasn't there. I'm back. Hey, what's wrong, Taku? Nothing. I almost jumped out of my chair when the door opened. I turned around and saw Sarika frowning. Just cute. Look at her little cell frown. Oh boy, time for another delusion. It's nothing. What's that? Hmm? Food. You're the one who told me to go buy it. She was right. I had spent all of lunchtime going around the school taking videos of the preparations for the fair, so I could have this time to use as I pleased. I missed lunch. What a pain. Here you go, Shin-chan. A ham sandwich and milk coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Cool, thanks. Taku gets a calorie block in a Mountain View. I don't know why you don't get tired of this stuff. Stop hassling me about it. This is the most effective way to get a balanced diet. I mean, yeah, meal replacement will usually have nutrients you need, but... Oh boy, bad illusion. Hey, wait a second. Ito suddenly became very upset. He slammed his hands down on the table and stood up. This isn't a ham sandwich, it's a tuna sandwich. Even better. Really? What the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? I asked for a ham sandwich. God damn. I know you're fucking bad delusion, but calm down, Ito. That's strange. I was sure I bought you one. Go get me a new one. Right now. What? Who cares? There's not that much difference between a ham sandwich and a tuna sandwich. I mean, if you have no dietary restrictions, sure. You love that Sarika is so unbothered. Yeah, that's fair. Huh? What the hell did you just say, whore? You don't like tuna sandwiches? They're good. Appreciate the tuna sandwich. They're good. Yeah, I agree. Tuna sandwich superior. No one cares about your goddamn tuna sandwich. Today I feel like a ham sandwich. Well, you shouldn't feel like a ham sandwich. If it's that important to you, go get one yourself. I was nice enough to get you a sandwich, so there's no reason for you to get mad at me. Yeah, exactly. You feel like a ham sandwich? Okay, makes you into one. Oh dear. Anyone that feels inclined to should edit Ito into a ham sandwich. That would be funny. In 1950s dialogue. You're right. Because you're the dumb woman who screwed it up. Okay. Ito, calm down. It's just a sandwich. There's no need to get so upset. It is... It's not just a sandwich. I tried to move between them, and Ito struck me in the chest. Damn, it's just a sandwich, dude. It ain't that deep. He hit me hard enough to knock me to the ground. What was that for? Shut up, Miyashiro. No one cares about your dumb ass. Wow, this is really escalating. I know it's a bad delusion, but... Looks around. I'm pretty sure it's just a sandwich. Who's gonna tell him? Bro unleashing his inner alpha over a sandwich. I never liked Donoue's attitude anyway. She always spends her time fussing over you and then making fun of me. I mean, if you act like this... I do not? What the hell is your problem? God, you're stupid. Why don't you just slit your wrists and die? What do you say? Ito ran over to her. I thought he was going to hit her, but he didn't. He put both his hands around her neck and started to squeeze. If anybody's gonna die, it's you, bitch. Go get me my motherfucking ham sandwich. Who the hell wants to eat a tuna sandwich? I'll straight up fucking murder if you don't get me that sandwich. Can I get an applause for not bursting out of laughter reading that? Because holy shit, dude. Ito had totally lost control, you don't say. He was staring at Sariko with bloodshot eyes. Come on, stop it. Why are you fighting over a ham sandwich anyway? You'll end up killing Onoe if you keep that up. Bro gonna go to jail over a sandwich. Yeah. Sarika moaned in pain. She was flailing her arms and legs and trying to escape his grasp, but he was a lot stronger than she was. Drool oozed out of the sides of her lips.
やめろ、Ito!
Stop it, Ito.
うるせえって言ってんだ
I
ろ
said shut up.
邪魔したらお
Try
前
to
も
stop me and I'll
殺す
kill you too. Damn, 2 counts of murder over a sandwich? And suddenly, her body started to spasm. Her eyes rolled up into her head and her body went limp.
死んだ
She's dead. Nah, imagine the voice actors in this dialogue though. You're right. They got paid to say this shit. Ito let go, and she fell to the floor like a puppet with its strings cut.
嘘
You're kidding me. She's dead. Ono is dead. That's what you get for messing with my ham sandwich. That's what you get. Like, I thought it's a bad delusion, but Taku could pretty easily, like, hit him over the head with a chair or something. You would think. Grudges over food can be scary. Yeah.
あ
Hmm.
宮代
Can you say
なんか
something,
言ったか
Miyashiro?
あ
No, no. Ito cocked his head at me a little as he ate his ham sandwich.
それハム
Was
サ
that
ン
a
ド
ham sandwich?
やらないから
I'm
な
not giving you any.
いやいい
And
争い
that's
の種
fine.
は
I
作り
don't
た
want
く
to start any fights. She probably just passed out if you had to guess. Yeah, probably. Danganronpa odd death. You're right.
あ
Huh? That's for Sarika. She was pestering Kazuki as she played her game. Come on, tell me, Hana-chan. Who are you talking to? Tell me. She was certainly relaxed. But in the real world, danger could strike at any minute. Me, Sarika, and Ito could die at any time for any reason. You bet, buddy, you're not safe in this game. Why was I thinking about something so gloomy while the sun was still out? Great question, buddy. Was I tired? Probably.
なあおのえ
Hey, hold away. Ito said to Sariko. For some reason, that was enough to startle me.
副部長は
Where's the vice president?
あ、
Oh. Sariko froze.
今
You
日
don't
も
think
来
she'll
ない
be
と
here
思う
today?
文化
She's
祭の
busy
準
getting
備が
ready for the
忙しそうだし
festival.
それに
And Nonchan's
なん
been
か
kind
な
of
んちゃ
weird
ん
lately.
この間から
She
変
doesn't
なんだ
look
よ
like
ね
she's doing too
元気
good.
ないんだ
I wonder what's wrong, she whispered. By lately, she probably meant since after she met Ari. Blah, blah, blah. Bro's just like me, you're always tired. Mood. By lately, she probably meant since after she met Arimura-san. It was true that after that, she'd given up on telling me not to follow the case. Either way, thanks to that, I've been able to focus on the case without being interrupted. Since she had met... Why can't I read? Since she'd met Arimura-san, huh?
よし
Okay.
食べなが
And
ら
we
で
can
いい
talk while we eat.
始めよう
Let's get
カズキ
started, Kazuki.
点数
Can you close that of
Itan
ESO2
落ちてもらっていい
for a
か
second? We're gonna go
情報を
over
整
the
理する
info
から
on the case.
うん
She's so cute. She may have been waiting for something to spawn, or maybe she was just at a good stopping point, because she quit the game without much less cajoling than I expected. She started to print out data from the PC. Now then. There was a lot of new information, but I spent so much time making the video that the board was the same way it had been. It was time to go over it. first? I should start with what I can't put on the map.
右のスペースが空い
And
て
the
る
space on the right is open.
な。よし。
We'll start by putting
ま
the
ずそっ
stuff
ちに
that we
チ
still
ューブ
don't
ラリン
know
の
what
検案
about
事項を
there.
貼り付けよ
チューブラ
What
リ
do
ン
you mean?
う。ほら、
You know,
例の
like that
動画と
video.
か。
そうか。
I see.
うん
Okay then.
よし、そんなら。
You know, force himself to swallow what he was eating.
関わりがあるかもしれ
And
ない
let's
動画
put
は
up
全部
any
ここに貼っ
videos
ちゃ
that
おう
might
ぜ。
have something to do with the case here. Yeah, that's the way to go. Video.
じゃあ、
Alright.
あの
So the
マトベ
video
ウ
that
ィ
was
キに突
uploaded
然
to
貼
the
られた
wiki
動
was
画は
footage of the inside
ラ
of
ブ
the
ホテ
Love
ルの
Hotel
中を
room,
外から撮ったや
taken
つだ
from
か
the
ら。
outside, so... Oh boy. Oh, I need to pick the thing. This one. Ugh, phlegm in my throat.
で、
And
その
here's the
概要
summary.
が。この動画
It's
の
because
せ
of
い
this
なんだよ
video, isn't it? That's that I had that weird hallucination. And it's just a plain old wipe. So why did it seem so strange? Taku, what's wrong? Love hotel room. That's kinda, don't worry about it. That's the least weird thing about that entire situation. What's wrong with you?
いいから、
Just listen for
と
now.
りあえずお前は
Okay.
聞いてろよ。
Cute. Where was I?
伊藤、
Nito.
この動
They
画、
never caught the guy who
結局
uploaded the
まとめウィキ
video,
に貼り付けた
right?
人間って捕まってないんだよな。
ああ、ネ
Yeah.
ットじゃ週末
There
は
was a
かな
big
り
festival
祭りになっ
online
たけ
over
ど
the
な。
weekend, though,
テレビでも
since it
報道されて
reported
たか
on
ら。
TV. That's right. People on the internet like to make fun of TV and newspapers. But the biggest cause of online festivals was mainstream media attention. Right, that kind of festival.
でも、それに
Well,
関
there's
して
been
の
no
続報が、
updates, which means nothing new to talk about for 3 days.
その
Is
ま
it
ま丸3
dying
日、
out?
下火気味か
Have a good BRB. Hopefully it'll be back before we're done.
事件が事
And
件な
given
だ
the
けに
nature of
そう
what
いっ
happened,
ぺん
it
には
won't
離
die
れ
out
てないけど。
fast, but...
あ
Oh,
と、
there was
週
that
末に
thing with
更新
safe
が
works
炎
on
上
the
してたろ
weekend too, right? Huh? No. I don't know what he means.
ああ、
Yeah,
あれな。
that thing. What do you mean?
更新は復興
And
事
SafeWorks
業の
is the
中心と
biggest
なった
company
企業だ
involved
ろ。
with the rebuilding work,
復興
right?
の時に街
They're
中
also
に張り
involved
巡
with
ら
those
された
security
監視カ
cameras
メラの
going
設
up
置に
all
も
over
噛んでるら
town.
しくてさ。それにプライバ
Somebody
シーを
started
侵害さ
complaining
れた
about
って
how
いう
the
人がイ
cameras
チャ
were
モ
an
ンつけ
invasion
て。
of privacy.
それについて
And
更
this
新の
guy at
対応者が
SafeWorks
横
acted
柄
like
な
an
態度を
arrogant
取った
dick.
とかなんとかで
I think there was
確
actually a
か今朝
lawsuit
提訴ま
filed
で行
this
ったはず。
morning.
そう
Yeah,
よくある
that
話だ
happens
よ。
all the time.
んで、
So,
そっち
people are
にちょ
starting
っ
to
と
talk
人
about
が流
that.
れてる感じがある。
Let me see. So that was it.
動画の炎上に関して
And
は、
people are starting
い
to
たず
say
らと
that
か
the
捏
video
造
is
っ
a
ていうやつ
prank
が
or
出
a
てきて、
fake.
それを
And the
主流
majority
派が
think that
潰
it's
している
real
最
or
中。
shutting them down. So it was self-feeding then. Either way, without fresh fuel, it would eventually have to go out. I have like chicken stuck on my teeth, it's annoying. Well,
いたずらや
understand why
捏
people
造
would
って
think
い
it's
う
a
やつの
prank
気
or a
持ちもわ
fake.
からなくはないけど。
But after having been there, I knew it wasn't. That's right, I should put up the video of the room too.
カズキ、
Kazuki,
ラブホテ
can
ル
you
の
note
動
out
画
something from the
適
Love
当に
Hotel
切り出
video
してく
for
れる
me?
か
Okay, that's all.
あと一応、これ
No,
もな。
I guess this too. Why was he putting that up there?
なんだよ。
Why?
別に
You don't need to put the
新聞部の
newspaper
動画は
club's
貼らなくても
video. That's right. It's creepy. See, even the self-proclaimed girl says so, huh?
何が関係してくるかわ
I
か
don't
んな
know
いだろ
what might be related to the
それに
place,
こ
right?
のシールは
And these
事件
stickers
の
might
鍵
be
か
the
もしれ
key,
ないんだろ
right? Grr.
それはそうかも
Maybe,
しれないけど
but
あのな
listen, they aren't as
君
creepy as you're
悪がり
making
すぎ
them
だっ
out
つ
to
うの
be. Come on,
ほら
I'm putting them up.
シールもまとめるぞ
Damn it. You can only say that because you haven't seen it with its eyes open. No, it hadn't actually opened.
ったく
Jeez.
Josh
Are you a
guy.
girl? And if he was, would that be a problem?
男子だ
I'm a guy. Fine, fine. There were a lot of sumo stickers in the other images anyway. I shouldn't let it bother me. But I was going to avoid looking at them directly too much. Alright,
じゃあ
we
シ
put
ール
up
に
what we
関
got on the
して
stickers
これ
up
ま
on
で
the
に
board,
まとめた
but
事件の付け出しだけど
I forgot that YouTube's chat has a much shorter character limit than Twitch. I'll have to update that one-timer, because it doesn't have the link. Oopsie.
こっちみん
The
なの
long
現場が
distance
見え
shot
る
of
位
the
置にあ
Seagull
った
sticker
力士
looking
の
down
引き
on
の
don't
画像
look
は
case was... Oh, long distance shot. Don't look. This one.
それは
And what's that?
力士シール
The
が
shot
貼
of
ら
where
れてい
the
たとこ
sumo
ろの
sticker
引
was
きの画
put
像
up.
いや
Well,
そりゃ
I
見
can
れ
see
ばわかる
that, but why?
それがどうかしたのか
Well,
まあ
I've been
力
wondering
士
ever
シールを
since
見
I
つけた
found the
時から
thing.
少し気になってたんだけどどうやって貼
How
った
did
ん
they
だ
get it up there?
これ
This
4
is
階
the
だぞ
4th floor.
ここ
窓を開けて乗
Couldn't
り
they
出せ
just
ば
open the
届くんじゃ
window
ねえ
and
の
lean out?
ここの窓ははめ
These
殺
windows
し
don't open.
え
No. That's
そうか
right.
お
You
前
went to do
言ったんだ
karaoke
もんな
alone,
人から
didn't you?
だから
It wasn't
人からじゃない
karaoke alone.
歌ってな
I
い
didn't sing.
他の現場はどう
Not
な
about the other incidents. Ito ignored my protests and motioned for me to continue. Damn it, it wasn't karaoke alone.
次は
Next is
音漏れたん
audio
か
bleed, I guess.
でそうか
We don't
ここは
have a
まだ
sumo
歴史
sticker
シー
for
ルの
this
画像
one
を貼っ
yet.
てなかった
When I'd gone to the scene 2 days ago on Sunday, I found a sticker on the nearby telephone pole, just like I'd expected.
そのアップ
And
の
the
画像
close-up
は
footage of it is
新聞部
the
の
one I used for
動
the
画にも使っ
newspaper
たや
club
つだか
video,
ら
so... This one. Ugh. It really was creepy up close. Don't look at it, don't look at it.
でそ
And
の
the
引き
long
の画
reach
像
photo
が
of it is... This one? I think. No, it's definitely not this. Okay.
でそ
The
の
long
引き
range
の画
photo
像
has to
が
be this one.
ここは
Anybody who
貼ろうと思え
wanted
ば
to
誰
could
でも
put
入
that
るよ
sticker
な
up there.
だけど
But
回転デ
the
ッド
long
の
reach
歴史
photo of the
シールの
sumo
引きの
sticker
画
for
像は
Revolving Dead is... This one.
これも貼られ
And
て
this
いた
was
の
on
が
an
外
outside
壁
wall
だ
too.
窓はあるけど
There's a window,
と
but
ても
it's way
届
out
く
of
距離じゃない
reach.
そう
Yeah.
長い
Can you
棒
stick it
の
on the
先っ
edge
ぽ
of a
とか
long
にくっつけ
pole or
て
something and
ピタ
push
ッ
it
てやれ
against the
ば
wall?
いけそうじゃない
Had she already finished doing all that?
いや そりゃ届くだろうけ
You
ど。
could
で
probably.
もカラオ
But
ケ
you
ボック
couldn't
ス
do
の
that
方は
at the
無理だろ。
karaoke box, could you?
ギブ。
Or, okay. That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
ちょっと食べ過ぎ
Ate a little
た。
too much.
えっ
What if you had a really,
長い棒
really
出たら
long
届くんじゃ
pole?
ない？
Grandma's brownies, chocolate chunker lunker bars, but now with even bigger chunks? Huh? Are you good over there, Natsuki?
んなことしてたら一発で
Mitsuki
バレるだろ。
doing it.
じゃあ
And then you could dress up like the
ビルの
building
清掃員さんみたいにしてと
janitor or
か。
something. And first the long pole and then that.
まあ、
Mm,
それはあり
It's
えるか。
possible, I guess. Really, really long what? A really, really long pole. Got your mind out of the gutter, flower.
どうした？
What's wrong?
なんていう
It's
か
like-。This
こん
whole
だけ異
case is
常
so
な事件
weird.
なのに
But you're talking
棒の
about
先っ
putting
ぽにくっ
stickers
つけ
on
て
a
とか
pole or
清
dressing
掃
up
員み
like
た
a
いにって
janitor
いう
and
のは
rappelling
ロープを
down the
使って
side
か。
of the building or something.
まあとにかく
I
そういう
just
まっ
can't
とうな
imagine
手
the
段で
guy
歴史
who
シ
put
ールを
them
貼っ
up
てる
doing
犯人の
something
姿
so
っていうのが想像できなくて。
realistic. You know what? That's fair. No, that's if the guy who put them up is the same one behind all the deaths.
いや、犯人が貼
No,
ってるかどう
we
か
don't
は
know
わ
if
か
it's
ら
the
ないだ
same
ろ
guy putting them up.
つか
And
直接的な
anything.
犯
Do
人
we
なん
need an
てい
actual
るの
criminal
か？
for this?
3件とも
The
今
cops are
のと
saying
こ
that
ろ
all
警
three
察は自
cases were
殺って発表してるんだ
suicides.
ぞ。
でも
But they're also
こっちみ
trying
ん
to
なの
find
事
the
件の
person who
直前
visited their room
部屋
right
に
before
訪
the
ねてきた
don't
何
look
者
case,
かを警
right?
察は追ってもいるんだろう。
And I still felt like there was someone on the other side of that door.
俺は
I
事
feel like
件
it's a
の
message
裏
from
側を知
someone
っ
who
てる
knows
何
what's
者
really
かの
going
メッセー
on.
ジな気がするけどな。
A message.
回転デッド
I
の
don't
被
know
害者で
what
ある柿
Kakita
田が
was
死ぬ
doing
直
just
前
before
に
he died,
どういう
but
状態であったかはわからないけど、仮に前
if
の
he
2
was
件
in
と
some
同
kind
じ
of
ように異
abnormal
常な
mental
精神
state,
状態
like
に
the
あったと
last
した
two
ら、
cases,
そ
then
れを
something
生み
must
出す
have
何
caused
か
that. Like a drug or
そうだな。
something.
薬物とかを3人とも服用してるとかで、で、
And then maybe
その
someone who
薬
knew
物の
about the
謎を
drug
知ってる
put
人
up
間
the
がシールを
stickers.
貼ったとか。
何のために。
Why?
それ
I
は
don't know, but yeah, that's fair, Takaru. What?
お前は
What
ど
do
う
you
思うんだ
think
よ。
then? Huh?
僕は
So what was the deal with those stickers around the crime scenes? Let me think.
歴史シールを貼るこ
Maybe
と自体
putting
が
up
目
the
的だ
stickers
と
was a
か。
goal in and of itself?
え
Huh?
バットメンは知っ
You
て
know
るだろ。
Batman, right? Uh-huh. I love that the way they decided to get around the copyright for Batman was to make it plural.
あれでしょ？コウモリ
And
が
that's the one where
でっ
the
かい鋼
bat
鉄の
transforms
赤
into a
幕人間
giant
に
steel
変
man
身
in a
して
red
糸
cape.
出して子供
He
を
shoots
さ
out
らっ
webs
て
from
い
his
く
fingers to
あれ。
kidnap kids, right? Uh-huh. Bat transforms into a giant steel man in a red cape and shoots out webs to kidnap kids, specifically. I'm not sure if Sarika is actually correct in this description. Wrong. Okay. Batman wasn't any of that. Actually, I think that's about 5 or 6 different comics mixed together. Yeah. That's what I thought, but I never know with the series.
作中にジョーカー
There's
って
this
いう
guy called the Joker.
まあ悪役
He's
が
the
いて
bad guy.
彼は
And
現場
leaves
に
a
トレード
Joker
マークとし
form
てトランプのジョーカーを
Yeah,
残す
he
ことが
leaves
あ
the
るんだ
Joker form a deck of cards at this crime scene as his trademark. And that certainly sounds like something that would have existed in the Golden or Silver Age. Yeah. Kidnap kids is wild. So true. I think part of why I was so ready to accept Sarika's explanation of Batman is because in Chaos Head there was Darth Spider. Did a Tin Man from Wizard of Oz become Superman? Child Tiller. Oh dear. Even if he doesn't leave a card, his face looks like the Joker from the card deck. So either way, he can say, Joker was here.
そのジョー
So,
カーっていう人は
what does he transform
何
into
に
when
変
he
身して子供を
kidnaps
さらう
kids?
の？
There is no kidnapping of kids, Sarika. I hope. What are you talking about?
なんだ
And so what?
力士シ
A
ールみた
guy
い
who
な外
looks
見の
like
やつ
those
が愉
sumo
快犯
stickers
的に
killed
2
three
人を自
people
殺に見
and
せか
make
け
it
て
look
殺
like a
して
suicide for fun,
力士シールを
and
ト
then
レ
left
ード
the
マークと
stickers
して
there
貼
as
っ
his
てるってか
trademark?
いや
No,
例えばだ
I'm
ぞ
just speaking hypothetically here.
じゃあなん
So
で
why doesn't he
直
put the
接死体の上
stickers
に
on the
力士シールを
bodies?
置かないんだよ
Joker has kidnapped kids? I mean, I'm not surprised, but the Joker is a villain. Sarika is so like, ah yeah, superhero. Kidnaps kids. However, he has not transformed into anything to do so. Yeah, I mean, I would figure it's the Joker.
だから
It's just a
例えばだって
hypothesis, okay?
そもそも
No, why is this all happening on the same days as the New Generation
事件が起
Madness?
こってるんだ
それ
How
こ
would
そ
I
僕に
know?
わかるわけないだろ
Let's try to calm Ito down.
とにかく
Anyway,
今
let's just
情
go
報を
over
まと
what
め
we
ちゃおう
know.
話は
We
それ
can
から
talk after that.
だな
Yeah. So is the sumo stickers,
力士
right?
シールだったか
Yeah.
一
There's
つ
been
大
one
きな
big
動きがあ
thing.
ったから
Um,
壁一
that wall
面に貼
covered
ら
in
れていた
sumo
力士
stickers
シ
was
ール
under
の
the
場所は
Shibuya Bridge,
渋谷のガード下だか
so...
ら でその画像が
And the picture is, well, there's only one left.
でその概要が
And the summary is...
改めて見ると不気
It's
味だ
pretty
な
creepy when you take a look at it.
ここまで
Have
大
you
量
ever
に貼
seen
られ
this
たこ
many
と
at
って
once?
過去にあったのか
過去の歴史
The
シール
sumo
の数の
sticker
ピーク
for
は
the blah,
地
blah,
震
blah.
前の
The
2009
sumo
年だけ
stickers
ど
phenomenon peaked in
その時で
2009
も
before the
こんなに
earthquake.
一箇所に貼
But
ら
I
れたこ
think
とは
even
なかっ
then
た
you
と思う
didn't, you usually didn't see this many in one spot. He did become the ambassador of Iran for the UN in order to get away with one of the times he kidnapped a kid, though. Hello? American comics. In a nutshell, I guess. Jesus. He taps his preppy red shoes 2 times like Dorothy to transform Sarika. And to search up her name because you're dementia. I forgot her name. It's okay. You could have said the pink one and I would have understood. He also crowbarred the kid? Jesus.
だよな
Does that sound about right?
うん。
Yeah.
こんなのは
I've
見
never
たこと
seen
ない
anything like this before.
なんで知ってんだ
How would you know? Because, Sarika said as she looked at me.
昔
I investigated them with
タクと
Taku
調べ
a
た
long
ことあるもん
time ago. Huh?
一つ一つ
We
渋
went
谷に
around
貼
and
られ
looked
てる
at
や
every
つ
single one in Shibuya, right,
Taku?
Taku?
ああ
Yeah,
ま
I
あ
guess
ち
we
ょこっ
did.
とな
And that was part of my dark past, though. Not his dark past.
え
Yeah,
結
we were
構がっ
pretty
つり調べた
serious.
じゃん
He said there was a
大きな
big
謎が
mystery
隠されてい
involved.
るって
That it was a conspiracy.
陰謀だって。
Hey, you idiot.
陰謀
Conspiracy? Don't look at me like that.
お前
You're a sixth
2009
grader
年
in
って小学
2009,
6年
weren't
だ
you?
ろ
Were
そ
you
んな
into
時から
urban
都市伝
legends
説
back
マ
then
ニアだったの
too?
か
他にも調べたんだ
We
よ。
looked into a lot of other stuff too. There's the kune kune, the apocalyptic sound, the...
とにかくだな。
Getting back to the
これを貼っ
point,
た人間はまだ
they
捕
haven't
まっ
caught
てい
the
な
guy
い。
who put these up yet, right? So,
で
according to
小学
Miyashiro-kun,
6年の時
He
に
was
すでにかわいそうだっ
already
た
a poor
宮
sad
代
little
君
boy in
の
sixth
調査
grade.
によると
What do you mean I was a sad little boy?
そもそも
We don't know
歴
who
史シー
created
ル
the
を生み
sumo
出した
stickers
人
and
間が
why,
誰かと
right?
かその目的とかっていうのは分かってないんだな
That's right.
そうだよ。
じゃあ
So, isn't it
場合によ
possible
っ
that
ては
they're
その
involved
人
in this
間が
case
一連の
somehow?
事件に関与している可能性もある
Ellipsis.
可能性は
It's possible.
あると思う。
Of course, it was also possible that someone other than the creator was using them. But they'd been at the blah, blah. But they'd been at all the crime scenes so far. It just felt like they had to be involved.
現状出揃って
And
い
these are
る
the
歴
only
史シール
stickers
は
we
これだ
got
けだ
right
よ
now,
な。
right?
あ
Yeah.
じゃあ
And then
今
here's
後
the
の
next
歴史シ
step.
ールに関する方針だけど、この
I want to
壁
put a
一面に
security
貼られた
camera
歴
up
史
at
シ
the
ールの
wall
と
where
ころ
all
に
these stickers were
監視カメ
placed.
ラを設置しようと思う。
は
Huh?
この歴史シー
And
ル
these stickers really
気になるんだ。
bother me. Part of it is the fact that we've never
シール
seen
が
so
貼ら
many
れ
of
た
them
ことが
in
な
one
かったっ
place
ていうのもあ
before,
るんだけど、
but I guess I need a picture.
カズキ、
Kazuki.
カズキ、
Kazuki? And she was too busy playing ESO to listen.
カズキ、
Kazuki,
新聞部の動画
can
に
you
使
get me the
った
photos of the sumo
街中の
stickers
歴史
from
シール
around the city that we
切り出して
used
くれ
for
る
the
か？
video?
で
So?
これが
These
街
are the
中に貼っ
stickers
て
that
あ
were
った
put up
歴史
around
シール。
town. Compare them to the ones
さ
on
っ
the
きの
wall.
壁一面に貼られた歴史シールと見比べてくれ。
I wasn't going to look myself though. I didn't want to feel sick anymore. When I realized this in my room yesterday, I'd been staring at them so long that I literally felt like I was about to throw up.
いや
Just
だ
sumo
から歴
stickers,
史シール
right?
だろ
じゃあ
And then look at the
これ
ones
ま
from
で
the
の事
crime
件現場のや
scenes.
つとも
Ito took a careful look at the picture I showed him.
Oh.
So he saw it then.
何？
What?
したの？
What is it?
デザインが
And the design's
違
different.
う
Ito kept his eyes locked on the image. Surprised? I'm not a sad little boy after all, am I? Okay, time for a lecture. Yep.
歴史
And
シ
there's
ールに
several
はいろん
different
なデザ
sumo
インがあ
sticker
る。
designs.
こ
This
れ
has
は
been the case since
シ
they
ー
were
ルが
first
発見された
discovered.
当初からそうだったんだ。ヒゲがあるのと
Some
か、
have beards,
泣いてるのと
some are
か、
crying,
頭部
some
が
have
異常に
swollen
膨らんでるの
heads.
とか、
There are a bunch of them.
まあとにかくいろいろ。このせいで
Because of that,
オリジナルの
nobody
歴
knows
史シール
which
っていう
one
のは
was
ど
the
れか
original
わからなく
sticker
なってるん
design.
だ。講義で見れば、
In a sense,
グラフィティに
these things
属
are
するこういう
graffiti,
行為は
and in
模倣
graffiti,
犯が大
it's
量に
common
発
for
生する
someone
か
to
らこう
copy
なる
another
ケースが
person's
多いん
work.
だけど、
So this happens a lot.
当事者たち
In
以
that
外に
case,
は
only the
どれが
people
模倣
involved
犯の
know
仕業
which is the
で、
original
ど
and
れ
which
が
is the
最初に貼っ
copy.
た人間の仕業
But
か
this
はわから
time,
ない。でも、事件現
the
場と
stickers on
壁
the
一
wall
面
and
に
the
貼られ
stickers
た
found at
歴
the
史シ
crime
ールの
scenes
デザイン
match
は完全に
completely.
一致してるんだ。
じゃあ
And then, Whoever put up the ones at the crime scenes is the same guy who put them up on this wall?
同一人物。
いや
No,
それはわから
we
ない
don't know that.
偶
It
然
might
同じ
be a
だけかもしれない
coincidence. And there's some other stickers around Shibuya with an identical design.
現場と同じデザインの歴史シールはあったから
Either side, disappointed. What?
なんだよ。
Then,
それじゃあ、
でも過去に
but
例が
isn't
ない
it
ほど
weird
大
that
量に
there's
貼
so
られれば
many?
気になるだろ
More than there's ever
もし
been?
も同一人
If
物
it
だ
is
と
the
したら
same guy,
次に
that
事
means
件が
this
起こるの
may
はこの場所だっていう可能性もある
then that means this may be where the next crime scene takes place. And if you could get a video of it happening, it would be the biggest scoop imaginable.
それは。
True, I guess.
で
But
も
are you sure about
いいのか
this? About what?
勝手に街
If
中
you
に
put
カ
a
メラ設
camera
置
in
し
the
て
middle
そ
of
の
the city
映像を
without
見るって。
permission,
要は
that's an
盗撮
invasion
だ
of
ろ。
privacy, right?
せめて次の
Shouldn't
ニュージ
we
ェネの
at
日
least
付
wait
の
until
10
the
月
next new
10
gen
日付近
date
ま
on
で
the
待った
10th?
方が。
This is going
明ら
way
かに
beyond
部活の範疇じゃないだろ。
what a school club's supposed to do.
クルスみたいなこ
Don't
と
talk
言うな
like
よ
Kurisu.
みたいに
I
言
am
ってんだ
talking
よ。
like Kurisu.
バレ
What
たら
happens
ど
if
う
they
なる
catch
か。
us? I don't want to
俺
get
は嫌だから
killed.
な。殺されるのは。
That's fair. That's very fair to not want to get killed.
もう
Nah,
だから
I'm
のん
telling
ちゃん
you,
のこと不安
you're too scared of
になってば
Non-chan. Right,
ほの
Hana-chan?
ちゃんほら
See? No, she's clearly not listening.
クルスなら
Don't worry about
大丈夫だ
Kurisu.
ろ
She hasn't been
なんだ
coming
か
after
最
us
近ガミ
lately
ガミ言ってこ
anyway.
ないし
そうだけ
That's
ど
true,
よ。
but... Don't pussy out on me, man.
チャンスなんだよ
This is our chance.
手がかり
Our
が
only
歴
clue is
史
the
シール
sumo
しかなくて
stickers.
その
There's
シー
something
ルの
about
中に
those
気にな
stickers
ると
that's
ころがある
bugging me.
最高の
If
結果
this
になれ
works
ば
out, we can get a
先手を打て
clue
て
to who the
犯人の
killer
目
is
星が
before
つ
the
く
cops do.
しかも警
And the
察よ
worst
り
that can
先
happen is that we waste our time,
最悪でも
right?
無駄骨だったで終わりだろ
Still, Nito thought for a second about something. Probably Kurisu.
わかったよ。
Fine,
部長はお
you're
前
the
だ。
club president. He nodded in resignation. Alright,
現状でのボードを
that's
使った
about all
情
we
報
need
整
this
理は
board for
こんな
right
ところ
now.
か
Hey,
このボード
this is the first time we've gotten so much use out of the board. Sarika looked at all the papers pasted up on it.
確かにな。
You're right.
今までは別にきちんと
We haven't really
整
had
理
to
する
go
までも
over
ないやつばっ
everything.
かりだったからな。
ち
Did I just hear her get upset? Did she just lose her roll for her item or get KS'd or something?
ああ
Hey, don't do that, Hana-chan.
壁へこん
You'll make a dent in the wall. And there's a pretty big dent in it already, actually.
どうした
What's wrong? Ida was still looking at the board. Was there something I'd forgotten to go over?
いや、
Nothing.
さっき
Just
途中でいろい
there's a
ろ
lot
出
of
た
things we
わか
don't
んな
have
いことだ
answers
けど
to,
よ。
right?
なんでニュージェネの日
Like, why
付
this
に
is
合わせて
happening
事
on the
件が
same
起こっ
dates
てい
as
るの
New
かと
Gen?
か、
Why the
なんで
sumo
現場
stickers
じゃ
are
なく
found
て
near
少
the
し
scenes,
離れたと
not
ころ
the
に歴
scenes
史シールがある
themselves?
のかとか。
なんか分かったの
Did
か
you figure something out? No, that's not it. Ito shook his head.
こうしてみれば
I just realized that
案
because
外
of
その
that,
おかげ
we've
で
got
俺
a
ら
big
先に進めてん
leg
なと
up
思
on
って。
everybody else.
ニュージェネ
Based
の
off
日
from
付は
Shibuya News
渋
realized
谷ニュー
the
スの
thing
ケイ
with
さ
the
んも気づい
dates,
てたけ
but
ど、現場の歴史シ
we're the
ー
only
ルって
ones
ま
to
だ
notice
俺
the
らしか
sumo
気がつい
stickers,
てない
right?
だろ。
Has that happened
こんなこと
before?
前にあったか。
That's true, yeah.
チャンスってこ
And this
と
just
だ
means
わ
that this is our big chance, right?
確かに。
Yeah. If we don't start thinking of it that way, we may miss out. Yuta smiled, as if he'd gotten over his doubts.
でどうする
So,
カメラ
what's the plan with the
ブノ
camera?
はさすがに
We
まずい
can't
か
use the
ら
club's
お前
camera.
のでいいか
Wanna use yours?
あ
Yeah.
あ前に
I bought some
自
motion
宅の防
activated
犯用に
cameras
買
from
って
home
余っちゃった
security.
人感式の
Ended
や
up
つを
with
持
an
ってきてるか
extra,
ら
so I brought it
それ
with
で
me. It's got a battery long enough to
10
last
月10
until
日まで撮
October
影する
10th.
としてもバッテリーは持つ。
よし
Okay.
じゃあ
Should we
早
go
速
right
今
now
から
then?
行くか
あ
No.
それなんだけど お前一
can
人
you
で
go
行って
by
きてくれない
yourself?
か。
は
Huh?
お前
What
は
are you going to do?
有村さんにも
I'm
う一度
gonna
話を聞き
talk
に
to
行く。
Arimura-san
昨日は
yesterday. I
歴史
was
シー
too
ルと
busy
動
with
画のア
that
ップで
video
バ
and
タ
the
バタして
sumo
て無理だっ
stickers
た
to
か
do
ら。
it. Ito looked surprised, then fell silent for a moment.
いや
Well, I know there's a lot of
確
stuff
かに
you
あの
wanted
子
to
には
ask
聞きたいことはたくさんあるけどよでも
her,
先週
but when we met her
生
last
徒
week in
会
the
室で会っ
student
た時
council
に
room, she'd like,
なんつう
I
か
don't know how to say it.
有無を
She
言わ
seemed
さ
a
ぬ
little
感じっつう
strange
か
and
得
imposing.
体が知れないっつうか怖く
You think she
なかっ
was
たか
scary?
あの子
Yeah. I could tell what Ito was trying to say. Arimura Hinai had been a cheerful girl. Bleh. At least when she was talking to Kurisu. But the second I brought up the Love Hotel incident.
あなただったんですか
So you were the Hekiho
部屋に
student
入
who
った
came
って
into the
いううち
room?
の生徒は
Everything about her changed. Her voice was flat and emotionless, telling me nothing about what she was really thinking. And
あなた
you're going to be killed,
殺されますよ
Miyashiro Takuru-senpai.
宮代拓先輩
お前
She told you
あの
something
時なん
back
か
then,
言われたん
didn't
だ
she?
ろあの子に
Was that something to do with
それ
it?
がなんか関係あんのか
いや
No,
別に
nothing.
言われ
She
てない
didn't
よ。
say anything.
うん
Ito's thoughts, on the other hand, were extremely easy to follow. He didn't believe a word I said.
まあいいさ
Eh, whatever.
とにかく
You two were the
あ
ones
の
who were
現
in
場
the
にいた
room
の
with
はお
her.
前たちなんだからな
He must have come up with some probable answer that satisfied him.
でもお
But can you
前
go
一
by
人で聞き
yourself?
に行けんのか
You're gonna end up
絶対
tripping
挙
over
取るだ
your
ろ
own words.
あ
Oh,
私
I'll
は
go
パ
with
ッと
him.
行くよ
Saku,
タク
you're not used to
まだ有村
Arimura-san
さんに
yet,
慣
are
れて
you?
ないでしょ
Shut up. I would just get a little nervous.
なんだよ。
What?
いや
Nothing. Just, you
し
know,
かしお
you
前
two were
ら
together all the
四
time.
六時中一緒にいるよな
Jealous?
別に四六時中ってわけじゃないだろ。
Just she and I.
お
She and I had been friends for our whole lives.
へえ
What are you trying to say?
それこそ挙取った流れ
Just
で
like
否
you to
定しない
freak
の
out,
がお
but
前
still
ら
not
らしいな
deny
と思っ
it.
ただけだ
Huh?
お前
You really
本
are
当にリア充じゃ
annoying
ないわ
me. What did you say?
んじゃあ
Anyway,
お
you
前
don't
と
know
お
what I
前
can
は有
handle
村さん担当
Arimura-san.
な
オッケ
おい、ちょっ
Hey,
と待
wait,
て。
I
僕は
で俺と
and me and
和樹
Kazuki.
ーなんかいきなりやって
She
きた
says a
敵
huge
キ
swarm
ャラ
of
の群れ
enemies
に
just
やら
popped
れ
up
ちゃっ
and
たんだ
killed
って
her. An MPK, maybe? No, wait a second.
どの道。
Kazuki's not the
カズキ
type
は
to
部
do
室から出
anything
てまで
outside the
部
club
活動する
anyway,
やつじゃ
is
ない
she?
だろう。
じゃあ
No, I'll handle the camera
俺が
myself.
カメラ担当で 行ってきます。
See you later.
いってらっしゃい。
Bye. Ito silently took the bag with the camera in it from me and said,
せちがれ
So guys have all the luck. With those mysterious words, he disappeared into the hallway.
しんちゃん。
What's wrong with
どうしたの？
Shin-san?
わからん。
No clue. Oh boy. Sumo Sticker Hunter, an urban legend lover who loves to relax by searching for sumo stickers. That's normal. The sumo sticker saved the world from destruction. Oh my. Let's see, what does it say on the bio of this Honda person? Are there any 40-ish Chonko lovers like me who watch sumo? No? Today's ringside conversation. That's Ozaki's cool, or I want the Yokozuna. Well, that's normal. Meanwhile, I look at the stickers in the desert of the sumo wrestlers and say, it's a sumo wrestler. Fat? That's a compliment. Fave music. The one the drums play before it starts. Who I respect. Edmund Tanaka. No headbutts. Oh wow, it's 3 AM, lol. Man, this is what's so rough about being a sumo wrestler. Alrighty. Okay, let's read this blog post from October 1st, midday. The phrase sumo sticker has always seemed strange to me. The face may look like a sumo wrestler, but it's not, actually. It's fat man. No, we don't know if it's a man. It could be a woman. One need only look at the hairstyle to find proof of this. The hair is parted, not brushed back, which means it's not being tied into a top knot. Of course, there are some real sumo wrestlers who don't have enough hair to form a top knot, but they all brush their hair back. No sumo wrestler has ever stood in the ring with parted hair. So what does that hair mean? Is it just some guy with parted hair? No. The hair, in fact, represents a temple. And in a temple, of course, you find a god. The sticker has 3 eyes. 2 overlapping faces should, of course, produce 4 eyes, which means that the number 3 is significant. The 3rd eye is the eye of the mind. Since ancient times, the 3rd eye has been used as a motif in conspiracy theories and urban legends. The eye that sees truth, the Senrigan, the Ajna Chakra, the eye of the pyramids. All these things are represented as having power beyond human understanding. In other words, the 3rd eye is God himself. The eye of the pyramid, that symbol of the Freemasons, is also known as the all-seeing eye of God, or the eye of the Egyptian deity Horus. In other words, the eye, God, sits beneath the hair, his temple. Do you remember in 2012 when the world was supposed to end during the Mayan apocalypse? Researchers have already proven the original date given for the Mayan apocalypse was incorrect. The correct date was September 3rd, 2015. This date brings us to Egyptian mythology. According to a legend recorded on a fresco in the Temple of Isis, the world will sink underwater in September of 2015, and the goddess Isis is the mother of the sun god Horus. Do you understand now? The sumo stickers represent God. But then why are they only appearing in Shibuya? Because the grace of God wanted to protect Shibuya from the apocalypse. If you're a frequent reader of this blog, you'll already have guessed what I'm about to say. Last month, in September 2015, the world was threatened by a greater danger than any it had ever faced before. A massive solar storm caused electronics to crash all over the world, but especially in North America and Europe. A full month has passed, but only 50% of the damage has been fixed. So why did Japan, the world's 3rd largest economy, and in particular, Shibuya, one of its biggest cities, survive almost unscathed? Yes, because the eyes of God, the 3rd eyes, opened and created a powerful barrier. This is the truth, and this is my message to all people of Shibuya. I want you to understand this. The faces on the sumo wrestlers do not belong to a sumo wrestler. The sumo stickers do not belong to a sumo wrestler. I can read so good. They are a symbol of God. They are God. You must not take them down. That would be blasphemy. This is already too long, so I'll go into details in my next entries. Comments. 1. An interesting perspective. By the way, my name's Maya. Well, So how's that for synchronicity? 2. Untitled. I've seen the sumo stickers too. It's totally a sumo wrestler. 3. Creepy. This is some creepy shit, lol 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 lol. Their name is just passing through. Apocalypse theory. 4. How many people in the world actually believed in the Egyptian calendar apocalypse? It's just something they came up with to explain why the Mayan apocalypse never happened. There are other supposed dates for the apocalypse after 2015 anyway. After 2015 is 2017, then 2020, then 2030. Oh, 2020. Go through some more old myths and legends from around the world, and I'm sure you can find more. Conspiracy theories are just a way for the power structure to control the masses. 5. Depending on how you look at it. A lot depends on whether you assume God saved Shibuya, or whether he drove the rest of the world to the brink of destruction. Is it possible that Shibuya was already purified 6 years ago, and that's why it was allowed to survive? 6. God, huh? How many Japanese have a real understanding of what God actually is? That's a good question. Cause like, in Shintoism, there's like over 80 million gods. Yeah. 7. Unacceptable. Do you know how many people died in the earthquake 6 years ago? This is inappropriate. Please delete this entry immediately. 8. Where did the name come from? The sumo stickers don't actually depict a sumo wrestler. We should look at who first started calling them that. We all use the same term to describe them, which means that someone must have been the first one to come up with it. Perhaps someone gave them that name for a reason. Maybe they wanted to blind us to the fact that the stickers were God by making us think they were sumo wrestlers. I sense the presence of someone who doesn't want to admit the existence of God, or perhaps who wants to hide it. 9. It evens out to 0. Over the past few years, unneeded people have been culled from Shibuya. That's what I think. Life is a balance between fun and sorrow. If it all evens out to 0, then it's not a bad life. But for most people, it's net negative. Coming out to 0 is the best we could hope for. So what is death then? Beyond a thing that no man can avoid. It's not a minus. Of course, it's not a plus either. It evens out to 0. It evens out to nothing at all. The unneeded are culled because they are unneeded. You could say that they were chosen because they were unneeded. The first great culling was the earthquake 6 years ago. The new generation incidents were what foretold it. Shibuya now is just like it was 6 years ago. God will come once again to cull the unneeded. If the sumo stickers are God, then the city will soon be covered in them once more. 10. RE Apocalypse Theory. Replying to number 7. That doesn't explain why the 1999 Nostradamus prophecy, the 2012 Mayan apocalypse, and the 2015 Egyptian apocalypse were also heavily reported on by the media. Yeah, it's Onoe-san. What's up? Arimura? Hina is probably somewhere around the school. She's in charge of decorating for our class. In the cafeteria, maybe? It was Aqua who dragged her off. Hey, Onoe-san. Food? Huh? Arimura. She was just here, but then she said she'd help Akari's team. No, Oriochi. Wanna wrestle? Hinae? Isn't she with Haruka? Oh, you're leaving already? You should wrestle with us on the way. We're not having any luck finding Arimura-san. Does she have a lot of friends? What's wrong? Nothing, just... Are you actually really popular? Why do you ask? Wait, why? Everyone in the second year class seemed to know who you were. Really? Sarika made a face like she'd only just realized it now. Huh? Well, I never thought of her as particularly unpopular. But even though we weren't always together, we were together often enough that I was too close to get a sense of something like that. Wait, I think a long time ago, Kurisu once told her, "Act a little more like a girl. You're wasting your potential." Taku?
な
It's nothing. Oh, wait.
というか
Oh, no.
お前
Did you
本当に
really not
有
know
村さん
who
のこと
Arimura
知らな
san
かったの
was?
か
Hmm?
よくわから
I
ないけ
mean,
ど
I don't
結構
really
ネ
know.
ットワークが
But she
広
seems
そうな
like
子じゃない
she's
か
pretty well
違
networked
うク
around
ラ
the
スとはいえ
school.
女子の
Even
グ
if
ルー
she
プ
was
と
in
か
a
では
different
繋がっ
class
てて
than
も
you,
良さそうなも
I
んだけ
figured
ど
you might know her from some girls group or something. Girls that at high school had to be better connected than anybody else around, right? I guess?
さ
I
あ
don't know.
私
I never really
クラ
thought
スの
about
グルー
class
プとか
groups
そ
or
ういう
anything
の
like
あ
that.
まり意識したことないから
That makes sense.
もう少し
Act a little more
女
like
の
a
子らしく
girl.
振る舞いなさい
何それ
What? Are you serious? I suddenly heard a voice I remembered.
今の
What was that? I looked next to me and saw that Sarika was clinging to the window glass and looking down. I looked down and saw someone I knew walking with a group of girls toward this school gate.
急ごう
Let's hurry.
いや違う違う
No, no, I
告
told
白ま
you.
では言ってない
I
って言って
didn't
た
actually tell him I liked him.
で
But you guys are sharing an umbrella, right?
雨降る
You're
夜の
walking through
渋谷でしょ
Shibuya on a rainy
あ
night?
この性格なら
No, Yuako.
というか
Actually,
あ
and
こ
how
の
you
思
feel
い具合
about
な
that
ら
guy?
告
It's
白
only a
までは
matter
行
of
くよ
time.
やっぱそう思う
You think so too?
ロールキャベ
You're a
ツ系女子
cabbage
だ
roll
もん
girl after all. What?
嘘あっこってロ
No
ール
way.
キャベツなの
Is Aku a cabbage roll girl? I can read.
買い出しかな
Are they going to pick up some supplies? Animuta-san was walking through the yard with two people who looked like they were her friends. Just like Sarika said, she wasn't helping with the decorations in the yard. She was heading straight for the gate.
話しかける
Shall we talk to her? Yeah.
いやちょっと待って
No, actually, give me a second. I needed to get ready. What should I ask? What happened in the hotel, of course. And what does she mean about what she told me?
はるかはどうなの
And what about you,
磯崎くん
Haruka? With the Isazaki-kun.
あれ言ってな
Oh,
かったっ
didn't I
け
tell you?
はるか今
Haruka's really
白井
close
くん
with
と仲いいんだ
Shirai-kun
よ
right now. No way!
お姉
I
さ
had
ん
no
聞いて
clue.
ませんよ
So how'd you meet?
つながりいやそこ
Oh,
までじゃ
it's
ない
not
っ
a very
て
interesting story.
で
So, how'd you meet?
ツイポ
Twippo.
白
is
井くん
big
が
into
ハマった
Hekiko
壁砲ボ
bot,
ットのネ
and
タ
I
画像
retweeted a picture
私
from
が
it.
リツったのがきっかけではるかもロール
So
キャ
you're a
ベツだった
cabbage girl
か
too, huh?
抜かっ
I had no idea.
たいや別に
And
狙
no,
った
it
とかじゃ
wasn't
ないって
planned. It was just a
偶然偶然
coincidence.
Taku,
And Taku,
行っちゃうよ
they're leaving. I know, but
なんだ
what's with this huge
キャン
gap?
プ
Man,
嬉しい
I'm so
なんか
happy.
幸
I just feel so great. She was nothing like the girl I'd seen in the hotel room, even in the student council room. She was just a normal teenage girl. And if you asked me, one of the worthless ones who loved to talk about things that didn't matter. Suddenly, Animuta-san stopped.
あの人
That's...
タク
Taku,
Hito.
that's... Oh boy. I had a feeling a delusion was coming up, but I can't say I was expecting Mr. Officer here to show up first. Yeah, I knew him. And that was the detective who'd visited the interrogation room during our questioning.
ごめん急用
Sorry.
ができてしまった
I gotta take care of something.
買い出し任せ
Can
て
you
い
get stuff
い
for me? Ugh, God. I will reread that. Sorry, I'm gonna take care of something. Can you get the stuff for me? Arimiura-san suddenly bowed to the other two. They seemed about to say something, but they must have seen the detective and thought better of it. Alright, we'll text you later. And they left.
少し非常識じ
Isn't
ゃ
that
な
a
いです
little
か。
unreasonable? Her voice sounded different, like someone had flipped a switch somewhere inside her.
どうしても
I wanted to
君
see
に
you,
会いたかったん
no
だ。
matter what.
だからって、
But you didn't have to
学校に
come
まで
all
押
the
しか
way
けて
to
く
my
るなんて。
school.
もし
If they
私
find
たち
out
の関
about
係が
us.
バレたりしたら、
This is the negative delusion.
俺は
I don't
構わない。
care.
あなたは構わな
You
く
may
ても
not care, but I
私は困る
do.
の。
It felt like they were about to start a fight. What kind of relationship did they have? Definitely not this kind. Was I imagining it? Or was there something immoral about their relationship?
そうか。
I see.
それはすま
I'm
なかっ
sorry.
た。
But I want you to
だがこれだけは
understand
分かっ
this,
てくれ。
no matter what.
俺は
I
君を
intend to
一生
protect
守
you
っていくつもりだ。
私
Even
ま
though
だ
I'm
子
still
供
a
なの
kid.
に。
関係ない。
That doesn't matter.
これを。
This is...
ん
Tsuriko seemed confused, but I was sure about what was going on. Those two were...
ね
Hey,
え、
do
私
you
のこ
love
と
me?
愛してる？
I love that he's having a little delusion within his delusion.
あ
Yeah,
あ、愛して
I
いる。
love you.
世
More
界中
than
の
anyone
誰より
in the
も。
world. I knew it. Oh no, it feels like I just saw something I really shouldn't have.
本気？
You mean it?
本気だ。
I mean it.
私み
If
た
you
い
get
な女
involved
に
with
入
a
れ
girl
込んだ
like
ら、
me,
あ
your
なた
whole
の人
life
生
might be
む
ruined.
ちゃくちゃになるかもしれないのに。
関係ない
And。that doesn't matter.
そう言っ
I
ただろ。
told you that, didn't I?
バカ。
You're a fool.
本当に
You
バカ
really
よ。
are a fool.
あなたと距離
I'm
を取
trying
ろ
to
うと
keep
し
my
てるの
distance
に。
from you.
あな
But you
たは
follow
ど
me
こ
no
まで
matter
も追い
where
か
I
けてくる。
go.
私、
I don't want to make you
あな
unhappy.
たのことを不幸にしたくない。
Arimura-san covered her face with her hand. It looked like she was crying. And there felt heavy. It was like a scene from a movie.
俺は不幸にな
And
ん
I
てなら
won't
な
be
い。
unhappy.
君を守ること
Protecting
が
you is what
俺に
makes
と
me
って一
happiest
番
of
の
all.
幸せだからだ。
The detective held her gently.
こんな目立つ場所でなん
With all
て
these people around, he's so bold. And the two of them gazed at one another. Arimura-san softly closed her eyes as the tears kept falling. Their lips drew ever closer. Thank God.
そんな時代になった
If
ら
that
さっさと
happens,
手を引
I
こ
won't
う。
investigate it.
ゴシップなんか追う
I'm
もん
not
か。
causing...
僕に
I'm
も
not
プライド
chasing
っていうもの
gossip.
がある。
I've got my pride. Normally, I wouldn't even want to watch something like this.
ゴシップっ
What's
て
gossip?
何？
She doesn't even know that. How could you be part of the newspaper club and not know that?
人のプライベートを
It's
セ
when
ン
you
セー
write
ションに暴き
sensational
立てること
articles
だ
about a
よ。
person's private life.
そういうのはダメ
Is
な
that
んだ
bad?。
ゴシップ誌は世の
And
中
there are a
に
lot
たく
of
さんあ
gossip
る。
magazines in the
でも
world.
僕は好き
I
じゃない
just
ってい
don't
う
like
だ
it
け。
is all.
オッケー。
Sarika nodded and gave me a thumbs up.
私も
I
ゴ
won't
シ
do
ップ
any
みたい
gossip
なこ
stuff
とは
then.
しないようにする。
あ、
Yeah. Well, whatever. Animura-san was ignoring me and talking with the detective, a serious look on her face.
悪いが、
Sorry,
こちらも動
but
け
I
る
don't
時
have
間
a
を
lot
な
of
んとかひね
time.
り出してる状
I
態だ。
didn't tell them I was a
刑事
detective,
だとは名
so
乗
I
って
hope
いない
that's
から
good enough.
勘弁してもらいたい。
刑事
It's
うん
not
ぬんじゃ
about
なく
whether you're a
て。
detective or not.
君はあくまで
Your
条
release
件
is
付きの釈
conditional.
放。
You know that,
分
right?
かってるね。
近くの
Can
喫
we
茶
get
店
to
で
a
いいです
cafe
か？
nearby?
あまり
There's a
知られ
place
て
not
ない
many
穴場
people
がある
know
んで。
about. And two of them started to walk off. Ellipsis.
刑事さんとデー
Is she
トか
going on a date
な
with the detective?
そんなわけないだろ。
They're just
事
talking
件に
about
つ
the
いての
case.
話に決まってる。
As I stood there and thought, Sarika brought her face right up to mine. It was too close. No other students saw. They'd get suspicious. She smelled good, so I wanted her to stop.
どうするの？
What do we do,
Taku.
Taku?
僕たちもぜひ
I want to hear what they have to
話
say.
聞きたいよな。
I pushed her face back just a little and looked toward the direction they'd gone off in.
じゃあ、行く？
Should we go? Huh?
ああ、
Yeah.
近くの
She
喫
said
茶
a
店か
nearby cafe,
っていう
which
と。
means even after being damaged by the earthquake, Shibuya was still a beck of her fashion and culture. There were a number of cafes, even just around Hekiho Academy.
あんまり知られ
She
て
said
ない
it was
穴場
one
っ
not
て言っ
many
てた
people
よ
know
ね。
about.
と
And
な
what
る
if she
と、
means cafe
やっ
lax?
ぱりカフェラックスかな。
Yeah, that would make sense. The newspaper club went there so often because it was close to the school, but students rarely visited it.
おのえにしては冴
Pretty
えてる
smart
な。
comment coming from you, Monoe. I
褒
got a
められ
compliment.
た。
いや、
No,
そんなに
not
褒めて
really.
ないからな。
We nodded at each other as we went through the gate.
よし、
Alright,
行くぞ。
let's go.
オッケー。
Cute.
お主た
Oh,
ちか。
it's just you
いつも
peasants.
の席は
Your
今
usual
さ
seats
っき
taken.
埋まって。
Hmm?
ん？
えっ
Uh,
と、
I tried to motion to the waitress to get her to understand. Sarika and I finally succeeded in getting our point across.
ふむ。
Hmm, I
訳
see.
ありか。
Very well.
よか
Right
ろ
this way.
こちらへ来い。
With a perceptiveness that belied her ridiculous appearance, she led us to a seat near the entrance, far from our usual spot. If we put up a newspaper, maybe they couldn't spot us. We sat down and spread out our newspaper to hide our faces. I ordered myself my usual Mountain View, and Serika her grapefruit juice. Serika drew her shoulders in to make herself harder to spot.
聞こえる？
Can you hear them? I peeked out a little over the newspaper and motioned for her to be quiet, and then listened.
ここは壁宝の人たちにとって
People from
穴
Hekiho
場なの
not
か
come
い？
here?
だと思いま
Think
す。
so. Good. It was a little hard to hear, but I could make it out. I was still amazed to find out that anyone from Hekiho but us knew about this place.
それで、
So what's this
何なんで
about?
すか？
I'm cooperating with the
取り調べにはちゃん
interrogations.
と通ってるじゃないですか。
さっき
I
初めて
just
見た
realized this a
が
moment ago.
君は壁宝では
But
随
you're
分と
very
表情
you're
が
a
違
very
うんだな。
different person at Hekiho, aren't you? I didn't mean his son frowned a little.
取り調べに対し
I'm
て
told
は
that you're not
黙
remaining
秘こそ
silent
して
during
いな
the
いものの
interrogations now,
徹底して
but
平
you
坦な
remain
調子を
completely
貫い
flat
てい
and
るそうだな。
unemotional. By interrogations, he must mean that they were asking her about what she was doing at the Love Hotel. What was that? A file?
2年3組有村
Arimura
ひなえ
Hinae,
16
class
歳
2-3, enrolled in
2014年
Hekiho
壁宝
Academy in
学園に入学
2014, head of the
文
literature
芸部部
club,
長
has lots of
友
friends,
達が多
and
く
boasts a bright and
明るく
social
社交的な性
personality.
格の持ち主成績は中
Average
中
grades, no
補
record
導
of
歴
police
や学
arrests,
園側に
no
反
trouble
発す
with
る
the
などの問
authorities
題
at
行動
school.
を取った記録はなし 学園側から提
This is
出
what
さ
the
れた
school
君
gave
の
us
資料だ。
about you.
これに
Besides this,
こ
in
ち
the
ら側
basic
で知ら
profile
れ
of the
た簡
police
単な
built,
君のプロフィー
we
ル
know
以外、
nothing about the
事件に
case.
関しては何も分かっていない。何も覚えてい
Since you
ませ
keep
んの
telling us you
一
don't
点張り
remember
ではな。
anything. The detective leaned back in his chair. I couldn't see his expression from here, but I could guess that he was frowning.
少しは壁
Can you
砲
at
に
least
い
be
る
a
時の
little
よう
more
に
sociable,
社交
like
的に
you're
振
at
る舞えない
Hekiho?
か？
The police are doing
我々警
everything they
察は
can to.
全力を持って事件の解決に。
嘘です。
That's a lie. Her words were sharp. Arimura's son was glaring at the detective, as if she found his presence extremely unpleasant.
そうだ
You're
った
right.
な。
I'm
す
sorry.
まない。
The detective bowed his head, just a little. I couldn't see his expression.
なんだ
What?
自分とその協力者
I am the
は
person
全
helping
力
me
を
or
持って
doing
事件の
everything
解
we
決に
can
当た
to
っている。
solve this case.
少なくと
At
も
the very least,
敵
we're
対す
not
る
your
立場にはいない
enemies.
だろう。
Arimura's son fell silent for a moment, as if considering his words. What were they talking about?
別に
I'm not
取り調
deliberately
べに
being
対して非
uncooperative
協
with an
力的な態度
investigation.
を取るつもり
I
はあ
just
りま
can't
せん。
answer the question.
ただ、
When I say I have no
答えよう
memories
が
of
ない
what
だけ
happened
です。
before, during and after the
事件
incident,
前後
I'm
の
telling
記
the
憶がない
truth.
のは本当のことなんですから。
では、
Is there anything
それ以
else
外
you
の
can
こと
tell
に
us
関し
then?
てこち
For
らに言える
instance,
こと
your
はないか？
relationship with Kakita Hinomori, the murder
殺
victim?
された柿田博則との関係については？
My heart started beating faster.
タク
The murder victim? The police had declared the Love Hotel incident involving Dad a suicide. I leaned forward even more. I couldn't afford to miss a word of this.
こちらっていうの
Yes.
は
You mean yourself
新
and
庄
that
さ
other
んとあの人
person,
たちってこと
correct?
ですよね。
ああ、
Yeah.
警
The
察は
police
関
have
係ない。
nothing to do with this. Arimura's son thought for a second.
柿田さんとは
Kakita-san was helping me.
協力関係でした。
協力という
Helping you
と、あの
with
件
that
についての？
もちろんそうです。
Yes, of course.
時
Every
折、
now and then,
匿
we
名
meet
性
at
のある場
places
所で
that
落
gave
ち合っ
us some
て
privacy
情報
and
交換を
exchanged
していました。
information.
どうやって知り合った？
How did you meet him?
どうした？
What's wrong?
兄の
He was a friend of my
友人だった
brother's.
ん？
ので。
Hmm.
確
It
か
was in your brother
君のお
caught in
兄
the
さんは
earthquake and...
地震で。
やめてくださ
Stop
い。
it.
兄や
My brother,
私の家のことにつ
has
いては
nothing to do
関
with
係ありま
this.
せん。
Arimura's son's voice sounded genuinely pained. The detective fell silent for a moment, allowing her words to echo through the room.
あ、
I see.
わかった。はい、新庄。
Yes, this is Shinjo.
あ
Yes.
あ、
Yes.
あ、
Alright.
わかった。
I'll be back in
10
10.
分ほどで戻
Got
る。
it ready.
進めておいてくれ。
The detective stood up. I quickly scrunched my shoulders together and leaned close to the newspaper. The detective knew our faces. I couldn't let him see me.
と、
Oh,
あ、そうだ。
right.
その
Before
前
I
に
go, have you seen
こ
this
れ
before?
に見覚えはないか？
The detective took out something like a file. That's a yes. And Animator's son jerked backward and looked away, frowning. Well, that's a firm yes.
おい、
Hey,
どうした？
what's wrong?
知ってます
I
よ。
know about that thing,
でも
but
嫌
I
いなん
don't
です。
like that
その
sticker.
シール。
Did she say sticker?
それが
What about it?
どうかしたんですか？
She was still looking away. She spat out the words.
ホテルの事件現場
You're
を撮
aware
影
that
し
a
た動
video
画
of the
が
hotel
ネ
crime
ッ
scene
トに
was
上げられ
uploaded
た
to
件
the
は知ってい
internet,
るだろ
right?
う。あれはどう
It
やら
seems it was uploaded
渋
from
谷
a
の
free
野良無線
Wi-Fi
ランから
spot
ア
in
ップロード
Shibuya.
されていたよ
And
う
while
で
we still don't have any
まだ
leads
犯
on
人
who
が
did
特定
it,
できていないんだが、その動画を
we
撮
did
影
find
し
the
たカメ
sticker
ラがあっ
placed
た
right
と
where we
思われ
believe
る
the
場所
camera
に
was filming from.
これが貼ってあったんだ。何か
Do you know
知っ
anything
ている
about
こ
it?
とはないか？
別に
No, not
気味
really.
の悪い
It's
シー
just
ルっ
that
てい
it's
うだけで
creepy.
す。
You can find
街
them
のあ
all
ち
over
こちに貼っ
town,
て
you
あるじゃな
know.
いですか。早くしまっ
Now
てく
put
だ
that
さい。
thing away already, please. Arimida's son refused to look at it. The detective put it away. I
だろう
figured
な。
as much.
こんな
I
も
can't
の
imagine
事
something
件
like
と
this
関
being
係あるはず
related
が
to
な
the
い。
case. And this time, he turned to leave for real.
今後は
From
な
now
るべく署の
on,
取り
please
調
try
べ
to
に
be a
対して
little
も
more
協
cooperative
力
with the
的な
guys
姿
at
勢
the
を見せてく
station.
れ。
だか
I
ら
told you. There's
話せ
nothing
る
I
こ
can
とがあ
tell
りませ
them.
ん。
話さなくてい
You
い。
don't have to tell them anything.
条
But some
件
of the
付きの
bosses
釈
aren't
放を
happy
面
about
白
your
く思ってい
conditional
ないお偉
release.
方もいる。
They prefer to do
し
things
がらみ
by
って
the
やつだ。
book.
へきょうであれだけ
With
元
as
気な
much
君な
energy
ら
as you have at
簡単なことだ
Hekiho,
ろ。
it should be easy for you, right? Arimida's-san sighed a very exaggerated sigh. Just so we're clear,
言っておきます。今時
it's
女子高生
really
が女子
hard
高
for a
生を
high
や
school
るの
girl to act like a high school
かな
girl
り
these
大変なん
days,
ですよ。
you know? Yeah, that's fair. Crap. Oh, good. They didn't spot us.
ところで
By the way,
君の動
there
画
are
に
no
は
others
今の
like
と
you
ころ
as of now,
他にいないん
right?
だな。
もちです。
Nope.
また来る
Come
がよ
back
い。
soon. That scared me.
たく、
Taku,
有村さん
should
が
we
出
leave
る
before
前に出た方が
Arimida's-san
よくない？
does?
そう
You're
そ
right.
うだな。
Things could get complicated if she caught me listening in. I paid for her drinks and headed for the exit.
また来る
Come
がよい。
back soon. Just as I was able to leave, rather.
どうなろう
Whatever
が
happens, it
知
isn't
っ
my
たことじゃ
problem.
ない。
Narimida's son was all the way in the back, but I could hear her voice clearly. October 6th, 2015, Tuesday. 9 p.m. In front of Shibuya Station. The place was as crowded and noisy as ever. The footsteps of people rushing to the station to get home after work. The voices of people talking into their phones about where to meet for drinks. The screams of joy as old friends were reunited. It all blended together, and it all had an effect on anyone who passed through it, even for a moment. 6 years after the Shibuya earthquake, the city had been rebuilt to the point where there was nothing left to remind you of it. Everything was up and running again, until a few years ago. Many people would stop and stare and wonder how everything was new, but not anymore. The slogan of the restoration efforts, Shibuya, a city reborn, had such an effect on people that the past was beginning to be forgotten. At least, for people who were in Shibuya during the earthquake. And just a 1-minute walk away from the station was the Shibuya Earthquake Memorial. Kurisu. Kurisu made sure to always visit once a week. She would put a flower down by the name of her best friend from elementary school and pray silently. Oh, she's wearing pink. So cute. I want to see the full fit. It was only a short distance away from the heart of the city, but the noise and commotion didn't reach this place. And this place was somberly constructed and pure, as if it wanted to be separated from all that. Today was October 6th. The earthquake was on November 6th, so this was the same day of the month. Soon, TM. Maybe that's why there were so many flowers. Some of them were lying scattered on the ground. No. And there's no one around. Sometimes people would come at around 10:30 p.m. when the earthquake struck. But other than that, the place is mostly empty at night. Kurisi went around the area, grabbing up all the scattered flowers she could see and putting them on a nearby dies? I don't know. She'd done it many times before. It was all part of her routine. What should I do?
どうすればいいかな。
Kurisi was thinking about what had happened a few days before, and about her younger brother, Miyashiro.
あなた
You're going to be killed,
殺されますよ。
Miyashiro Takuri-senpai.
宮代拓先輩。
She heard it clearly. Aribina Hinae had said those words to Miyashiro.
タクルが
Takuru. No, that was impossible. There was no way her brother was about to get caught up in something just because of what he'd learned.
あ
The sudden wind blew the flowers out of her hand. They scattered away from her. And all she could do was watch. For a moment, she tried to reach out and grab them, but her hand clawed uselessly at the air. Before the feelings overwhelmed her, she turned toward the place where her friend's name was carved.
ね
Hey. She rubbed it gently. The familiar sensation came to her through her fingers.
えどうす
What
れ
do I
ば
do?
いいかな。
Well, the name. Mina Misawa Senri just echoed the question back to her. Yeah,
いいんじ
I
ゃない
think I
か
like it.
珍
It's
し
rare
く
for
い
you
い
to
ア
get
ングル
such a
だ
good angle. I guess. Finally got a good angle of the wall with all the sumo wrestler stickers.
お前な、
Come on,
言
man.
っとくけど
Just
か
so
な
you
りめ
know,
んどく
that
さ
was
か
a
ったん
pain
だ
to
ぞ
put
こ
up.
れ。
どっかにくくりつけたのか
Did you hang it up somewhere?
なんか壁
In
に
some
くっ
kind
つ
of
いてる
metal
鉄パイ
pipe
プ
or
みたいなやつに
something
な。
stuck along a wall. Hmm?
違うそれ
No,
きっと雨
you
どい
mean a
だ
drain spout.
屋根に溜まった
It takes the
雨水を
rainwater that builds up on the roof and...
どうでもいい。
No one cares.
くくりつけ
Here's
る
my
の
own
に
money
使
to
った
pay
バ
for
ン
the
ドエラ
rubber
は潰れ
bands I
てたん
used
だ
to
から
tie it
な。
up.
明日
Pay me
払え
back
よ。
tomorrow.
No.
What?
設置
You're
す
the
る
one
場
who
所は
decided to
そっ
put
ちが
it
勝手に
there.
言い出し
And this was
て
your
はこっち
idea,
だろ。
President Miyashiro.
宮代部長。
Grr.
言っとくけど、
And just so
デー
you
タの
know,
回収はみ
we're
んな
all
で持
taking
ち回
turns
りだか
picking
ら
up
な。
the data.
分かってるよ
I mean,
てか、それも
anyway,
いちいち
it's
面
really
倒
a
なん
pain
だ
to
よ
have to
な。
go there and pick it up.
中継式
Can
の
you
は手
get
に
one
入ら
that
なか
can
ったのか。
transmit wirelessly?
高いんだよ
They're expensive. And if we decide to do wireless from there all the way to Hekiho or this place, that'd be a huge pain.
そっち
So,
は
what about you?
え
Huh?
有村さんだよ。
Did you get to see Yarimuri-san? I guess. It depends on how you look at it.
明日
And I'll
話す
tell
よ
you tomorrow.
結構
I
面
got some
白い
pretty
情報が
interesting
手に入った
info.
から
なんだよ。
Tell me now.
そろそろ
It's
渋
almost
谷
time
ニュ
for
ースの
Shibuya
放送が
News'
始まるんだよ。
broadcast.
今日
Huh?
放送あるのか
There's a broadcast today? You should have been more careful.
ちゃんと全部チ
You
ェ
need
ッ
to
クし
learn
とけ
to
よ。
read the whole page.
今日の更
It
新
was at
文
the
の
very
最後に
bottom
書
of
いてあった
today's
ぞ。
update.
移
Pablo
動部員。
Burrito.
やかましい
Shut up. He hung up on me, angrily. I put the phone down and checked the time. About 5 more minutes. I opened Shibuya News and waited for the broadcast to start. After that, Arimida's-san had waited about an hour before she'd come out of Cafe Lax. I thought about pretending to run into her, but I didn't get to go up to her too fast. But I didn't want to go up to her too fast and have her find out I was listening. As I waited for the right moment, she got in a taxi and left. She's probably heading to the Shibuya police station for interrogation. This is amazing. I wasn't able to talk to Arimura-san, but I knew I'd managed to get much more important information. There was a lot about the conversation I didn't understand, but I was right about one thing. The police were treating the incidents, or at least revolving dead, as murders.
いや、
No,
警察
maybe
なん
not
じ
the
ゃないのかも
police.
しれない。
Not detective. Shinjo-san, was it? He seemed to be acting separately from the rest of the police force. And he had some kind of secret about it that he shared with Arimura-san. But more importantly than that, and more importantly than anything,
会話に出てき
the
た
sticker
シ
he
ール
was
っていう
talking
の
about
は
had to be the
歴
sumo
史シールの
sticker.
ことだ。
From what he'd been saying, I was sure of it. And while he knew about the sumo stickers, he didn't seem to realize their importance. Maybe he hadn't realized that they were at the other 2 crime scenes. Good. I really was one step ahead of the police.
やっぱり
This really is my
これ
big
はまたとない
chance.
チャンスなんだ。
If I kept it up, I might be able to learn more about the case than anyone else. More than the ignorant kids getting ready for the festival. More than the people who had to cling to the internet for information. More than even the police. More than Kawahara-kun, that jerk who called me a pretend reporter. More than the rest of the class who called me a camera kid.
情弱を
I'll show
全
all
員見
those
返
wrong
してやれ。
siders.
はい。
It is now 12 a.m., October 7th, 2015. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kei-san, your host.
ようこそいらっしゃいませ。K さんと申します。
Shibuya News' Nuts radio started just like the blah 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 blah. Shibuya News knew the. Wow, okay, that was worse. I'll give myself a second. Shibuya News' net radio started just like it had said it would. Kei's voice was as pleasant and clear as ever. The last broadcast was after the Love Hotel incident, so it would have been September 30th. It had been about a week. That awful muggy heat is finally going away, isn't it? If the news is right, the temperature should be good for a while. I hope you're all enjoying the weather. As I listened to her voice read out all the latest information from Shibuya, I grabbed a magazine off a cabinet shelf. It was a back issue of Cool Cat Press that I'd bought, or rather, been forced to buy from Gensan. Just like with Keisan's broadcast, it had been a while since I spent any time with this. Good, you stayed home. Fair enough. I flipped through the pages, looking for an interesting article. You went 2-2 at the tournament tonight, so that was fun? Ooh, nice. It was still mostly junk. 10 ways to make your ideal girl like you. How to tell your ideal girl you like her. What to say to your ideal girl to get her into bed, etc. There were a lot of articles that were of no interest to me whatsoever. Nope, none at all. What are those ads on the side of the computer window realistic, like, Anna is 1 kilometer away type shit? That would be funny. Yeah, as I carefully read through these articles, which did not interest me at all, I found a small section in the back that was something a little different. Drawer search will reveal her naked heart. How to know exactly what she's thinking. The article consisted of a strange symmetrical drawings in black ink, along with commentary from a psychoanalyst about what each said about your personality. Oh boy. Or at least it was someone who claimed to be a psychoanalyst. And at the very end, there were even diagrams on how to use these pictures to see how popular you were or how compatible you were with a certain girl. This magazine's got everything, doesn't it? Not in a good way, but yeah. I whispered to myself. The research test was a famous personality test. And the test involved pouring black and red ink down a folded card and spreading it out to create a strange symmetrical shape. Different people would see the shape as a dog's head, or a man and woman kissing, and what you saw told you about your personality. But the idea of using it to determine your popularity, or your compatibility with a certain girl, was just so stupid I had to laugh. Yeah, that's fair. That is very,
この図形は
shape? Huh?
何何
Let me see.
これが
If
羊
you
など
saw
の
a
毛に覆わ
fur-covered
れた動
animal
物に
like
見
a
えたあ
sheep,
なたは
you have a strong
本
urge
心
to
を
hide
隠
your
そうと
real
いう意識が
desires.
強く
Girls say they
女
don't
の
know
子に
what
は
you're thinking
何
and
を
are
考
cautious
えているか
around
わから
you.
ない人ととても警戒されていますそんなあ
And
な
your
たのモテ
popularity
度
rating
は
is
20
20
点
out
で
of
す
100?
なんだと
Huh? I snapped back to my senses. That was close. I almost did the whole test. I tossed the magazine on my desk. And then, as if she had been waiting for me to finish, Keisan's voice became a little more serious. Nothing. We've gone over a lot of the happenings in Shibuya today, but it's time to get to the point. I'm holding this broadcast today because I wanted to introduce you to a certain article. Huh? The point? What article was she talking about? I listened intently to Keisan's words. Yeah. The article is about something I talk about quite a lot on my site, and during these broadcasts. That's right. The strange incidents that are happening in Shibuya right now. I've mentioned before that these events are occurring on the same dates as the New Generation Madness. However, and this video points out another commonality they share. What? Did someone other than us notice? This is the link. It's your video, isn't it, buddy? I clicked the link she posted immediately after I saw it. It was a URL for an Ikonia video. The few seconds it took to load felt like an eternity. There it is. Huh? Huh? I saw the thumbnail for the video and quickly turned away. I immediately grabbed my phone. No, wait. Are you listening to Shibuya News? Oh, watch it now. She's reporting on our video. October 7th, 2015. Wednesday. Sakuragao Katsho, Shibuya. Phrygia Credit Bureau. And that's all for tonight. Thank you for listening in. This has been your host, Kei-san.
時刻は間もなく
It'll
2015
soon
年
be 12:22 a.m. on October
0時
7th.
22分
I pray you spend tomorrow in a way you
悔
won't
いのない
regret.
一日が始められることを祈っています
Kusanotsu gave her usual sign-off and ended the broadcast. She stretched expansively, her shoulders cracking as the stretch passed through her entire body. She knew that acting like a proper lady was the way to get listeners for these guerrilla radio broadcasts, but it still felt like she was taking things too far. After almost 100 times, she was used to it, but she never finished a broadcast without feeling exhausted.
Nanda.
What?
いや
Nothing.
お疲れ様みお
Good
ちゃん
work, Miya-san.
Coffee wa?
Want some coffee?
もらいます
Thanks. Shinjo watched, stunned, as Mio leaned back in her chair, crossed her legs, and accepted a coffee from Mimose.
昼間の有村と
For Sarimura this afternoon. Now this. What's going on with young girls these days? Deal with it. She sure didn't look like a girl who'd been speaking to a computer microphone with a pleasant voice just a moment ago. He knew this was what she was really... Yeah, he knew this was what she was really like, but...
は
Huh? Her eyes met with his.
Oh. その
What were you
何をして
doing
いたんだ
just now?
今のは
情報の発
Broadcasting
信だ
information. What
他に
else?
何がある
That made no sense. Broadcasting information?
まあ
Well, I could understand why it
信じちゃんがわからない
might not make
無理は
sense to
ないけどね。
Shinjo's-chan. Momose glanced over at Kusunodo.
みおちゃんはうちの
Mia-chan
大
is
切
one of
な
our
情
best
報屋なの
information brokers.
本業
Her
は
day job
研
is
究
being
者
a
だけど
scientist, though.
は
Huh?
その年でですか
そう
That's
アメ
right.
リカの研究
She's
所
a
に
genius who
飛び
skipped
級で
several
招かれた
grades and
天才
became a researcher at an American lab. They can't
私
keep
は
doing
秀才
this.
型です
You're just a
天才
good
ってやつ
student.
はこん
Real
なもんじゃ
geniuses
ない
are on an entirely different level altogether.
それよく電話で
You
話
mean
して
like the
る
girl
あ
who
なた
was
がお世
helping
話に
you?
なった子のこ
The
と
one who you talk to on the phone all the time? Kurisu? Kusanada nodded and started to massage her tired shoulders. He had no idea. He thought she was pretty grown up for a 17-year-old, but... What's up with girls these days is so real, to be honest. You used to play with dolls and now you see freaking 8-year-olds getting skincare and stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I remember hearing about the drunk elephant incident at Sevora's with kids being snot-nosed brats with white elephant products. Turns out the owner of that company sucks anyway, so shrugs.
何の研究を
What do you research?
私のプロフィ
Does my
ールは
profile have anything
事
to do
件
with
と
the
関
case?
係あるのか
いや
No,
そうじゃないが
ここよ
It's right here. Mostly pointed at Shinjo's head.
頭
The head?
脳みそ
The brain.
量子
She's a
の
special researcher in the
研究
field of quantum brain dynamics. Naturally.
なぜ
What's she doing at Hekiho?
渋谷にある
Hekiho is
機構は
located in
いろい
Shibuya,
ろと
and it's the perfect place to
カオスチャイルド症
research
候群を
chaos
研
child
究するの
syndrome.
ちょうど
Don't
い
you
いからよ
think?
ね
本題に
Can
入
we
りま
get
せ
to
ん
the
か
point? Without waiting for Shinjo or Momose to agree, she continued.
有村は
Did Arimura have
歴史
anything to
シー
say
ルについ
about the
て
sumo
何か言
stickers?
っていたか
俺には他人
She's
な
not
んだ
very
よ
polite
な
to me. He sighed to himself.
おい
Hey,
いや
no, I don't know why you care, but all she said was that she
気
found
味
them
悪がってい
creepy.
ただけだ
確かか
Are you sure?
あ
Yeah.
何
Why
を
are
そ
you
ん
so
なに気に
focused
してい
on
る
that? Come to
そうい
think
え
of
ば
it,
さっき
You
も
were just
シー
saying
ルに
something
つい
about the
て何か言
stickers.
っていたな
weren't you? He thought back to how different Kusunoda's voice was when she was on the radio.
あれは
What were
何
you
をしていたんだ
doing?
だか
I
ら
told you.
情報の
Broadcasting
発信だと言っ
information.
ただろ。
ちゃんと説明して
Why
あ
don't
げ
you
た
give
ら
him a real
これから
explanation?
新庄ちゃん
You're
とは
going to be working
解
with
決
him
まで
until the
協
case
力
is
すること
solved
になる
after
んだ
all.
し
Kusunoda didn't bother to hide her displeasure at Momose's interruption.
ギブアンドテイク
It's
でし
give
ょ
and take, right?
もらえる
I
も
hope
のが
there's
あ
at
ればいい
least
ん
something
で
of
す
value
ね。
for me to take. And there was enough to piss. That was enough to piss Shinjo off.
お前な
Listen, you need to learn to
少し
respect
は年長者
your
に対する敬意
elders.
を
今年発
Are you
表さ
aware
れ
of
た
the
主
media
要メディアの
consumption
利用
rates
率
that
を
were
知って
announced
いる
this
か。
year?
は
Huh?
ネットの利用者
70%
は
of consumers
全
get
体
their
で
news
7
from the
割。
internet.
10
For
代では
teenagers, it's
8割。
80%.
20
For
代
those in their
30 代
20s
で
and
は
30s,
9
it's
割が利用していて。
In all
いずれも
cases,
テレビ
it's a
によ
higher
る利用
percentage
率が
than those
高
who
い。
get their news from TV.
都市部に限
If
定
you
す
limit
れ
yourself to
ばもっと
urban
上がる。
areas only, the percentages are even higher.
10代20
Less
代
than
で新聞
10%
を
of
日
people
常
in
的
their
に利
teens
用
and
している
20s
や
read
つ
a
は
daily
1
newspaper.
割もいない。
That figure hasn't changed much
去
in the
年も一
last
昨
2
年もそう
years.
変わらん。中学生
Over
の
half
ス
of
マ
all
ホの
middle
普及
school
率は
students have
半
a
分以上。
smartphone.
高校
95% of
生
high
以上に
school
なると
kids do.
9割5
And if you have a smartphone, you're
ス
using
マ
the
ホを持ってい
internet.
ることはネットを利用していることと同義だ。
待て
Wait, what are you
何の話だ？
talking about?
普段手に入れる情報
How
を
many people do you think rely
ネットだけ
solely
に
on
依
the
存してい
internet
る
for their
人間が
information?
どれだけいると思う？
Kusunoda suddenly stood up and brought over the laptop she'd been using to stream. She opened something on the screen for Shinjo to see. It was the homepage of a major newspaper dated yesterday. There was an article about a Shibuya resident suing SafeWorks for invasion of privacy.
これは
I caused
私が起こ
this.
した。
ん
監視社会の
One
問
of the
題を考
members of
え
a
る
group
団体の
opposed
一
to the
人が
surveillance society
スイ
is a
ープの中
Twip
毒者でな。
addict.
同様の
I
思
made
想
a
を持
bunch
つ
of
アカウ
similar
ントとホ
accounts
ーム
and
ページを
homepages,
別
each
々
of
の人
which
間
looked
とし
like
て
it
立
was
ち上げ
created by a different person.
過去にあった
When I
効果
pointed
的な
them to
判例に誘
favorable
導し
judicial precedents,
複数人か
it made it
ら
look
あな
like
た
a
は
bunch of
被害
people
者
were
だと
telling
言わ
her
れて
she
いる
was
よ
a
うに思わせ
victim.
た。踏ん切りがつ
So
かな
she
かった
still
ようだ
seemed
から
reluctant. Over the
週末
weekend,
に更新が上
recorded
がって
some
き
rude
た
behavior
無
by
礼な
someone
態度を
at
録音させ
SafeWorks and got the
そ
whole
れをネタ
internet
に
mad
炎上さ
about
せ
it.
た。
And the result?
その結果が
Was this, she said as she tapped the laptop.
まさか
No way.
ネットに依存している
When a
奴が
person
一番
relies
食
on
い
the
つく情
internet for
報
their
は
information,
自
they'll
分にと
accept
って
any
都合が
offline
いい
source that
ネッ
confirms
ト
their
以外の
natural
メディアの情報
biases.
だ。かけてもいいが
I'd be willing to bet that she never
こいつは
read
提訴
anything
に
about
関
the
して
relevant case law,
私が紹
besides
介
what
し
I
た書
pointed
籍
out
以
to
外は
her.
一行も読んでないぞ。
Not that I've ever seen her face, Kusunoda continued. The way she spoke alone was enough to make Shinjo believe she was telling the truth. But
なんでそん
why
なこ
would you
とを
do something like that?
百瀬さんから
Momose-san told you that
更新が
SafeWorks
き
is
な臭い
probably
ことは
up to
聞いている
something,
だろ
right?
う。
I agree.
私も同
So
じ
I'm
考
trying to
えだ。
damage their public image as much as
なるべくイメー
possible.
ジを落としておきたい。
And
そして私が今
what I
欲し
want
いの
now
は
is information on the sumo
力士シールに
stickers.
関する情報だ。
The screen was indeed showing a picture of the sumo sticker. And then,
壁法学
the
園新
Hekiko
聞部
Academy newspaper club. Shinjo's gaze landed on a phrase in the video's introduction. Wasn't that where those kids who snuck into the Love Hotel went?
首を突っ込
I
むな
told
と
them not
注
to
意して
get
おいたのに
involved. His tone was irritated as he remembered the faces of the boy and the girl. Kusunoda, however, seemed to find it rather entertaining.
なかなかに気
They're
の
pretty
つく連中
perceptive.
だ。
I tend to take
利用で
advantage
き
of
る
that
時
where
に
I
利用
can.
しておく。今から
In the next,
そうだ
let's
な
say 12 hours,
12時間も
this
すれ
video
ば
is going to be flooded
こ
with
の動画に
information
歴
on
史
the
シールに
sumo
関しての情
stickers.
報が殺到する。
Huh?
さっきの
And that
放
was
送
why
で
I
の情
spread the
報発信
information
は
during my
その
broadcast.
ための仕込みの一つだ。
After what she just told him about her dealings with SafeWorks, he couldn't help but believe her.
何しんちょちゃん。
What is it, Chinja-chan? You keep thinking they're either Humpty Dumpty stickers or Kim Jong-un stickers. Fair. Nothing. He realized that he must have been looking at Momose for an answer. I hate when abrupt yawn like that, Jesus. Just who was this girl?
あ、
No,
Nah,
no,
Mio
Shinjo-chan. You
Mio-chan
can't try and
ni
seduce
pedastara.
Mio-chan. Jesus Christ. Hello, she's 17, no shit.
何言ってるんですか
What are you talking about? He felt his cheeks turn red at this entirely unexpected response.
違います
No, I'm
俺は
not blushing
図星とか
because
では
you
なく
guessed what I was thinking. Hmm.
分かってる。
And I know that. You've got a long
まだ
ways
ま
to
だ
go.
ね。
You need one for your backpack for real. You'll be one of the cool kid in your classes. They might exist. This game is old enough. I'm sure someone has made the sumo stickers a reality somewhere. Arimura hasn't found any more like her, right? Kusunoda interrupted.
あ
Yeah,
そう
that's
言
what
って
she
いた
said.
であれば
Which means the only person we
次に
know
狙われる
about
可能
who's
性
the
があると
potential
分かってい
target
る
is
のは
Arimura herself.
有村だけに
And we don't know why, but it'll probably
何
take
の
place on
目的か
October
は知らない
10th.
がおそらく10月10日に
あ
Yeah. October 10th. The date of the vampire incident 6 years ago.
いざとなったら
If we have to,
踊りに
we
使っ
can
て
use her
し
to
まえば
set
い
a
い
trap.
狙
Not that
わ
we
れ
know
るか
for
どう
sure
かは
she's
わ
a
からんがな
target, but...
そんなこと
We can't do
できるわけ
that.
ないだろ
Shinjo slammed his fist down on the desk and glared at Kusunoda. Yeah, Kunosato, I can read. That was going too far, even for him. But... Instead of getting scared, Kunosato glared back at him with an expression he'd never seen before. Her face was cold and dangerous, like the blade of a knife. She looked more like one of the people he'd arrested than anyone he'd saved.
お前は事
You're
件の
helping me
解決
solve
に
this
協力
case,
してくれるんだろ
And just so we're clear,
いざと
when
い
I
う
need
時
you
の
to
指示
follow
に
my
は従って
orders,
もら
you
うぞ
will.
こちらも言っ
And
てお
just
く
so
が
we're
な
clear, Kunosato put her hands on the desk and drew closer to him.
私
The
がまず
person in the
殺した
world
い
I
のは
want to kill the most is
今
the
回の
one
事件
behind
の
these
犯人で
incidents. Hmm.
その次
And
は
after that,
有村を
it's
はじめ
Arimura
と
and
す
her
る
ilk.
そいつらだ
Huh. Normal things to say to a detective.
めんどくさいな
What a pain.
だな
Yeah. Ino whispered as he turned the camera around the room, and I wholeheartedly agreed. We were in our classroom, after school. The Culture Festival was just 3 days away, and from this afternoon until the day of the event, classes were cancelled to allow more time for their preparations. The rest of the class must have been getting excited, because they were making even more noise than usual as they started moving around desks and furniture. Since this marked the start of real preparations for the Culture Festival, the newspaper club needed to go around and take more footage of the rest of the school. We've been on our feet all afternoon. I didn't have time for this right now.
うっとう
What
しい
a
な
nuisance.
だな
Yeah. Ida whispered as he saw the group glancing at us from the corner of the classroom.
マジ
What?
必死すぎじゃ
Seriously?
ん
That's pathetic.
つうか何
So those guys
ニコニ
upload
ヤ
stuff to
にアップなんかしてんの
Nikonia?
あいつ
Really?
ら
The stickers actually exist. Amazing.
パクるとかどんな
How sad you have to be to rip off someone else's work.
クリ
They didn't rip off anyone. Damn those wrong siders. Didn't they look at the timestamp? You know,
て
I
か
didn't realize they all watched
みんな思っ
Nikonia
た以
so
上にニコ
much.
ニア見てんだな。
うちのクラス
The
の
classes
出し物
exhibit for the culture festival is
Gero
Ghetto
Kaeru Kissa
Froggy
da ro.
Cafe, right?
Huh?
Oh,
うん。
yeah.
ゲロカエルの細
It
部
was an
の
article
火付け
by
になった
that
動画
Watabe guy that made Ghetto Froggy
例の
get
記者の
popular again.
渡部が特集したのがきっかけなんだよ
So all of them knew who Watabe was. You'll order 20 of them? Oh my. Is
それ
that
でか
why?
よ。
You just sighed again. He's probably getting sick of the glances and whispers he'd been getting since lunchtime. And so was I. Okay.
宮代
Miyashiro.
何ですか
The look on Kadohara's Kun's face said, I have better things to do than waste time with you right now.
文化祭の記
How
録映
far
像
are you with the footage of the
どのくらい進んでる？
preparations for the cultural festival? Phew, so that was all he wanted to talk about?
え
Well,
です
yeah,
ね
um,
その
how am I supposed to answer that? We're just recording videos. There's really no clear point when it'll be finished. And please stop looking at me like that.
なんだよ。
What?
どのくら
How
いだ
far are you?
いや
Uh,
その
well,
順調に
so
撮
it's
ってる
coming
よ。
along fine.
どうかしたの
Is there
か
an issue?
文化祭の閉会式
Someone
の時
suggested that it might look nice if we have the video of the preparations playing in the
バックに流したらいい演出になるんじゃないかっていう案だけど。
background during the closing
で
ceremony.
きそうか
Can you get that ready? Ida put his hand on my shoulder.
大丈夫だよな。
Sure can, right?
お
Yeah,
多分
probably.
だと。
You heard him.
じゃあ、
Alright.
細
We'll
かい
go
打
over
ち合
the
わせは明
details
日するから。
tomorrow. Huh?
ちょっ
Wait
と
a
待ってくださ
second.
い。
I found myself speaking to Kawahara-kun as he turned to leave. I don't have time for...
なんだ
what? No, ellipsis.
なんでもないです
Nothing. Yeah, that's fair. Kawahara-kun looked irritated that I stopped him.
行こう、クルス。
Let's go, Kurisu.
クルス
Kurisu. No. Kurisu seemed to be thinking about something. It wasn't clear if she heard him or not. She then suddenly looked at me.
タクル
Yeah, what she said.
なんだよ
What? For once, Kurisu seemed uncertain about what to say. Come to think of it, this is the first time I talked to her since the incident with Arimura-san.
ちょっと来て
Come with me.
Eh,
Huh? Oh, wait. She dragged me out to the corner of an empty hallway. I shook her hand off my arm.
何
And what?
どうしたんだよ
What's wrong? Kurisu cradled the hand I'd shaken off protectively.
あれから
Have you met
Arimura-san
Arimura-san
と会った？
since then?
あれから
Since then?
って
You mean
生徒
since we
会
met
室
in
で
the
会って
student
からって
council
こと
room? She nodded.
会ってないよ
I haven't. And that wasn't a lie. I hadn't spoken to her directly after all.
そう
I see. What?
有村さんが
Was there
どうか
something
し
wrong
たの
with
か
Arimura-san? Kadesi remained silent, her lips pressed into a thin line. And then... You uploaded a video about those cases,
アッ
right?
プしたでしょ。
Delete it.
すぐに
No.
削除しなさい。
Had she been checking our page?
事件を追う
And
の
give
を
up
や
on
め
the
なさい。
case too.
ラブホ
You
テル
learned your
の一
lesson
件
with
で
the
懲
love
りたで
hotel,
しょ。
didn't you? Obviously not.
確かに
It's true that the police took me to custody, but they didn't.
取り返しのつかないことになる可能性だってあるの。
And there's something different about the way she talked. Her whole personality was different than usual. It wasn't as forceful. She was lecturing me, but instead of looking me in the eye, she was cradling her arm. It was as if she was speaking to herself, not to me. For the first time since I'd left the orphanage, I thought I might be able to win an argument with her.
危ないことはし
I'm
てな
not
い
doing anything dangerous.
新しくアップした
That
動
video
画
I
だって
uploaded was just what the newspaper club normally does, you know? A lot of people are watching that video now. It's not like those
僕は
people
それに
who
書
can
き込
only
むこと
write
しかできない
comments
他の連中とは違
about
う
it. No, I read that wrong. I'm not like those people who can only write comments about it. There we go.
またそんな
Are you
こ
still
と。
talking about that?
子供じ
You're
ゃ
not
な
a
いんだ
kid
から。
anymore. You're in high school. You're all still kids. Deal with it.
部室に行く
I'm going to the club room.
教室に戻
If
るん
you're
だ
heading back to the
伊藤に
classroom,
先に行ってる
tell
って
Ito
伝
I'll
えて
be
おいて
waiting for him. I turned around without waiting for her answer. When I got in a good distance away, she said,
タクル。
Takuru, you're not any different from anyone else. You're just a
ただの
teenage
高校生
boy.
でしょ。
She's right. Her voice wasn't as strong as usual, but there was no trace of anything like kindness in it either. I didn't stop walking. A minute later, Ito ran up to me and we walked to the clubroom together. Ito asked me if something had happened, but I told him that wasn't the case.
あ、やっと来た。二人とも
Anime
遅い
child
よ。
backstory, music, so true. Ah, you're finally here. You're late, guys.
悪い
Oh, sorry.
どうなって
What's
る
going on?
さっきも
We just broke 100,000 views.
コメント
And
は
there's even
5000
5,000 comments. That's crazy, actually. Huh? Are you serious? Ida raced over to the PC that Sarika was looking at.
マジじゃねえ
She's
か
serious.
おい
Hey, Miyashiro.
お
Calm down. 100,000 isn't that big a number. I mean, yes and no. Perspective.
震えてんじゃね
You're
えか
shaky, man. Shut up. She's right. We broke 100,000 views. Or 100,000, just. Yesterday, the video had only 5 views, but now it had over 100,000. Actually, it was getting close to 110,000.
マジでか
Seriously? The cause was obvious. It was the Nikoniya news video that had been updated this morning.
渡部の記
What
事の
about the
コメント
comments in Watabe's article?
さっき見た
Well, I
感
looked
じじゃ
before.
炎
There's
上
a
して
bit
る
play
雰
more
囲気だった
going
けど
on. Sarika opened the page.
うん、やっ
Yep,
ぱり今も
still
だね。
is. One out of every 3 or 4 comments in the article was criticizing it. I took a quick look at them.
気取り屋がほとんどだ
Most of them were fakers.
ツイートと連
The
動
comments
して
are
る
linked to
ろく
Twipo,
に中身
so
を
I'm
確か
seeing
めず
stuff
に
from
書き
people
込
who
んでる
didn't
連
even
中
look
が
at
湧
the
いてるの
article.
か
Damn. It was this morning when we realized that something was going on with the view count of the video we uploaded. After Shibuya News had linked to it, the views had gone up almost 10,000 overnight. 2 almost, I can read. That in itself was a big deal. It was getting views faster than any video in the club's history. But this was to be expected. Keisan had a lot of followers. After the broadcast had ended around midnight, Ito, Serika, and I had gotten excited and quickly got in touch on our smartphones. We stayed up until close to dawn watching the number go up. But just before noon, it had really started to climb. Just as we decided to see where these new viewers were coming from, we noticed a comment on the video saying, "I came from Watabe's article." This was the article they were referring to. Nikonia's web reporter, Watabe, had figured out that the sumo stickers were being placed near the crime scenes. And he had a never before seen photo of the room at the Love Hotel from the revolving dead incident. And in that photo, I was the first one to find it. Watabe had realized that the photo contained a sumo sticker, and the other crime scenes had sumo stickers nearby as well. He written up his findings in an article and published it. And as a result, people had come over to our video that discussed the same topic. 100,000's a new record, right? The vice president's video on the Shibuya restoration got 50,000, and that was her old record. Yeah. And that's true, but as much as the content of the article itself, it's more that so many people are claiming that Watabe ripped us off. I mean, he did. Come on, dude. Still, 100,000 is 100,000. It's so little time. We're getting tons of comments too. No, that's true. Still, it was hard for me to be happy. And the reason we were getting so many views and comments... The reason we were getting so many views and comments was because the contents of Watabe's article were so similar to ours. Not many viewers seemed to think that we were amateurs who just happened to put something together similar to Nikoniya News. A lot of people were enjoying the scandal of Watabe, the up-and-coming reporter, plagiarizing an amateur video. It was true that we'd uploaded our video before Watabe. That was obvious from the timestamps. Well, some of our classmates seemed to think that we had ripped off Watabe, though. Ellipsis. It's like he's using plain words in order to market himself. Might be. Huh? In this article Watabe wrote, I don't know if he really ripped us off, but... No, and that can't be right, can it? Even a web journalist wouldn't deliberately plagiarize an amateur video as a marketing stunt. Well, maybe. And Watabe doesn't need to do that anyway. He's plenty popular already, after all of the stories he's broken. And we only uploaded our video 2 days ago, right? And barely anyone saw it. It only got taken up by Shibuya News this morning. And this article clearly wasn't written in a few hours. I mean, I don't know, man. He could've. Yeah. And that was true too, but something still bothered me. And there were several conditions that had to be met for a flame war to really take off. Two of the biggest were that a famous person had to be their target, and that the mainstream media had to get involved. Yeah, huh. Just miso makes it easy to eat. Snap it in half, enjoy the delicious crab. That is a silly advertisement. I don't know how I managed to gloss over it. It's like, I saw the crabs, but I didn't think to, like, read the ad. And then the top internet ad is, it's coldest in winter, but the internet's just fine. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Just having our video picked up by Shibuya News was a first for us. What were the odds that the perfect fodder for an epic flame war would get posted at the exact same time? There's no point in thinking about it, is there? Ida said as he watched me mumble to myself.
せっかくなんだ。
Let's think of any of the viewer comments have anything useful, Mushi.
ほら、力士シールの
Let's try
こ
that
と
again.
書き込んでくれてる
Let's
や
see
つ
if
もい
any
る
of the viewer comments have anything useful in them. See? People are talking about the sumo stickers.
おい、
Hey,
Miyashiro.
Miyashiro. This is our chance,
Chance なんだろ?
right? Yudo seemed unable to contain his excitement. And actually,
やけに元気
he
だな
seemed
お
really
前
excited about this.
は
Huh?
嘘
嘘
Do
か
I?
しんちゃんが前に作った
Shin-chan's
動
latest
画
last video didn't get over 100 views
ね
after all. Yudo's face suddenly went red. That's not the issue here. Was that why?
見るなよ。
Don't look at me like
ほ
that.
ら、
Come on,
文化
we
祭の
got
映
some
像撮る
time
のに
because
時
of the
間取られ
culture
たんだか
festival.
ら。
So
とっ
let's
とと
get
やるぞ。
started. Kazuki. Oh boy, time for delusions. Kazuki looked up from her game. She'd been totally ignoring all of this. As she should, frankly.
渡部の記事の
We'll
画像
print out some of the
適当に
images
プリ
from
ントアウト
Watabe's
してくれ。
article. Ida took them and stood in front of the board. He started to put them up. His face was still red. He stared at the images as he looked for a spot to put them.
ほら、早く動
Come
画を
on,
確認
check
しろ
the
よ。
video. Well, whatever. If he thinks he's fooling me like that, then I'll let him think that. The Lulu time, yeah. I still felt sick.
サムネイルは飛ばし
Just
てくれ
skip past the thumbnail.
オッケー
Okay.
私も
I
やだ
don't
もん
like it either. She skipped past the image of the sumo sticker and started to scroll through just the comments.
渡部パクって
Don't
ん
rip
じゃ
off
ね
Watabe.
えよこっちの
No,
方が
this one
本
was
当
really
に
uploaded
早い
first.
の
We are
マスゴミ
the
被害
victims
者
of the
はこ
mainstream
ちらです
media.
渡部とかダブ
Watabe's
ス
a
タの
lying
風見
hack
鳥
who
だ。
just tells people あ
あ
what they
んな
want
嘘
to
つき
hear.
野郎の信
It
者
makes
が
me
うじゃ
sick
う
to
じゃ
see
湧
all
いて
his
きて
fans
気持
showing
ち
up.
悪いか。動画の内容をそっちの
Watabe's
けで
fans and his
渡部の
haters
信
are
者とア
going
ンチが
at
やり合
it,
ってるな。
ignoring what's in the video.
むしろ信者
There are
の
more
数が多
fans
く
than
てアン
haters.
チが一方
The
的に
haters are
怒ら
getting
れて
their
ない
butts
か
kicked.
コメント数の違い
There
は
was
は
a
っ
huge
きり出てる。
difference in the number of
数
comments.
が多いのか、
I don't know if there were
一部の
just more
信者が
fans
熱
of
心
his
にたく
watching
さん
the
書き込んで
video,
るのかは
or
わ
if
か
a
らん
few of them
が。
are just typing out a lot of comments.
渡部の信者って
How
ど
many
れぐら
real
いいるんだろ
fans does Watabe have?
テレビに出
He's
てるぐ
on
らいだ
TV.
ぜ。
It has to be a
結構
lot.
多いはずだ。っていうか
Wait a
さ、
second.
俺
We're
ら
going to be okay,
大丈夫だよ
right?
な。
う何が
Why?
ほら、
Well, I mean,
俺
our
らって
account
動画
has
をアップ
Sekiko
する時のア
Academy
カウント、
Newspaper Club in the
碧峰
name,
学園
right?
新聞部ってちゃんと名前出してるだろ。信者が
What
押し
if
かけ
his
てきたら
fans
どう
come
する？
after us?
いくら
Come
なんで
on,
もそれ
there's
はない
no
っ
way.
て
そうか。
Are you sure? They
10
got
万再生だぜ。
100,000 views.
10万
I'm
人が
not
見た
saying
とは
that
言わないけど、
100,000 people
それでも
watched
1
it,
万人ぐらいは
but
見
at
てる
least
だろ。
10,000 people had to have done so.
渡部の記
And
事
a
か
lot
ら
of
飛
them
んでき
came
た
from
ってコメン
Watabe's
トも多いん
article,
だ。
and a lot of those
渡
people
部
are
信者が
probably
見
his
てる率は結構
fans.
高いはずだ。そいつらが
There's
過
no
激な
guarantee
連中
that
じゃな
some
い
of
って
them
保
aren't
証はないだ
crazy.
ろ。
They might do whatever
渡部
it
に
takes
とっ
to
て
get
邪
rid
魔
of
者
us
であ
if
る
they
俺ら
think
を
we may
強引な手段で
look
排除し
bad.
ようって考えたりするかも。
考えす
You're
ぎだ
overthinking
被
it.
害
It's
妄
just
想だよ
paranoia.
だと
I hope so.
いいけどな。なんか
I'm kinda scared
怖くなっ
though.
たんだ。
It feels like someone
俺って
stared
人間
at
が
me
10
100,000
万回も
times.
じろじろ見られたような
It just feels weird
感
and
覚っていうか、得体なし。
言いたいことは
I
な
can
んとな
kind
く
of
わかるけ
understand
ど
what you're saying,
それこそ
but
自意識
still,
過剰だと
you're
思う
overthinking this.
あ
Yeah,
あ、
you're
そうだな。
right. Ida forced himself to smile.
要は、
I guess
10
I'm
万再
just
生
a
に
little
軽くビビっ
scared
てるって
since
こ
it
と。
got 100,000 views.
ね
Hey. Sirika cut us off.
えなんか外
Is it just me?
騒がしく
Or
ない
is it kind of noisy outside?
Huh?
Huh? I listened carefully. I felt like I could hear shouting outside the window. Maybe. Ito tilted his head in confusion as he opened the window. And then... Hekiho Academy Newspaper Club, come out! You little brats who dared to criticize Watabe-san, you need to get out here now! Using a hidden camera is a crime. Arrest the Hekiho Academy Newspaper Club. The Hekiho Academy Newspaper Club should get on their knees and beg for forgiveness. The Hekiho Academy Newspaper Club must taste our fists of justice. Is the ominous bells toiling, Erika? You're right. A large crowd was gathered outside in front of the gate. They were screaming for us. No. There's over 100 people out there. Ito quickly crouched down and got away from the window. They got signs. One of them said, "Kill the newspaper club." You're kidding me. Why would they come after us like this? We didn't do anything wrong. Hey, what do we do, Miyashiro? What do we do? Both Serika and Kazuki were staring at me nervously. I don't know. If they go out there, they're gonna beat the crap out of us. Why is this happening? I don't know. It's Watabe. They must be Watabe's fans. Maybe Watabe himself set them after us. Set them after us? What? He might have set them to kill us. Don't yell. Let's just turn away. Crowd psychology is a scary thing. Even a normally calm person can go crazy the minute they join a crowd. There's no chance we can talk to them reasonably. They're going to kill us, so we need to run. Bring out Miyashiro Takeru! The crowd outside yelled my name. I felt blood run cold when I heard it. Or I felt my blood run cold when I heard it. I can read so good. Ito Shinji, Kurushi no, Onoi Serika, Kazuki Hana. Come on out, you criminals! It wasn't just me. They knew the names of the entire newspaper club. How? How do they know our names? Hi, Granny. What's going on? Is this the price you pay for getting 100,000 views? Damn it all. Serika, Ito, and Kazuki were all starting to panic. To be honest, so was I. I had no idea having this many people scream my name was so scary. Over 100 people were in front of the gate. They all knew about us. They all hated us. And they were all ready to hurt us. No normal person would ever be the object of so much hatred. Hey, this is really bad. Ito had fearfully taken a peek out the window again. His voice was almost a scream. They made it inside. Huh? I went to the window too. I looked down and saw that the protesters were ignoring the teachers and storming into the school. They were screaming, "Find the newspaper club!" and "Make them pay!" It was now a complete riot. Any semblance of order was gone. There was no stopping them now. Call the police. There's no time. We need to do something. I ran over to the door and locked it. What are you doing? We have to stay hidden here. If they find us, we're doomed.
でもあいつら
But they're looking for the
新聞を
newspaper
標的に
club.
してるんだ
The
ぞ。
first thing they'll do is
それなら
come
真っ先
here.
にこの部室に来ちまうじゃないか。
That's true. He was no good. I'd lost the ability to make calm, rational judgments. But there was no way we could escape now. If they knew our names, we had to assume they knew our faces too. There's no way we could escape from that many people. What do we do? There's a loud pounding at the door.
もう来た。
They're here already. I could tell that there were several people right outside the door. They were yelling, "Come out!" and "We know you're in there."
バレてる。
And they don't.
俺らがここ
They
にい
know
る
we're
こと
inside.
バレてる。
Taku, I'm going to kick the door down. Miyashiro,
どうすんだよ。
what do we do?
逃げ場
There's
はな
nowhere
い
to
ぞ。
run. This was the 5th floor. We couldn't escape via the windows. The only exit was the door, and they were waiting for us outside. We had nowhere to run. Did I make a mistake? Should we have run earlier?
おい。
Hey,
宮代
Mishiro! I don't know. Don't ask me. And the frustration gnawed at me. I couldn't calm down at all. All I could do was regret ever having uploaded the video. But at the same time, I told myself that it was too late for regrets now. But then what could I do? There was no way to escape, and I couldn't come up with anything. We just had to stay here and wait for the storm to pass. So I just kept staring at the door, and praying that they wouldn't kick it down. And then my phone rang. Oh boy. I glanced down at it, annoyed, and saw it was from Kurisu. Maybe she could save us. I quickly answered my phone.
もしもし。
Hello? Takuru. Save me.
クルス。
Kurisu. What do you mean?
どういう。
I had a bad feeling about this. My hopes were dashed in an instant. And then I felt something like despair rising up from within my chest.
今どこだ。
Where are you right now?
体育倉
In the gym storage shed.
たくさんの人に追
There
わ
were
れ
all
て
these people chasing
閉じ
me.
こもったんだけど
I locked myself in.
あの人たち
Who are these people? Tell me, who are they?
今すぐ
Get out of there now.
そいつら
They're
僕らを
after
目の
us.
敵にしてる。
I can't. I can't. They got the whole outside surrounded. They're pounding on the door.
扉ガンガン叩かれてる
No way. Hey, Takuru. Save me. Save me. I'm scared.
なんで
Why
黙るの
aren't you saying anything? Say
言
something.
ってよ
Come save me. They're going to kill me.
じゃあ私
Save me.
殺されちゃう
Takuru.
ねえタクル
Damn it. I bit down hard on my lip. I was in the exact same situation. If we went outside, they'd kill us too.
クルス。
Kurisu,
逃げて
get
くれ。
out of there.
頼む。
Please, get out of
逃
here.
げてくれ。
Oh no. The door. They're forcing it open. It's Hakuru. Hurry. I'm scared. They're going to kill.
怖いよ私殺され
クルス。
No, stop it. Stay away. No. Sakuru, save me. It's Saku.
クルス。
Kurisu. Kurisu. Oh god. How could this happen? That was so awful. How could something so insane happen?
当てたまるか。
If I known this was going to happen, I would have listened to Curtis soon.
忠告ちゃんと聞いておくんだった。
I should have just deleted that video. I never should have uploaded it. And of course, that never actually happened, and Hekiho Academy was as calm as ever. Normal things to say right after a delusion like that. What a silly. I tried imagining the worst case scenario, and it didn't seem realistic at all. Curtis was worried over nothing. There were tons of videos on the internet with over 100,000 views. A lot of them had over 1 million. The internet just didn't have as much influence on the real world as we thought it did. But as I looked at the comments, I realized that there was in fact a small-scale war going on between Watabe's fans and his haters.
尾上、
Anyway,
そこ
I
ら
wrote
辺の
this
どうで
useless
もいい
debate
議論
and
は
search
ス
for
ル
a
ーして
sticker.
シールで検索かけてくれ。
オッケー。
Sariko scrolled through each of the comments, checking them in turn.
うー。
Ellipsis.
ろくな情報
I'm
が
not
ない
seeing
な。
anything useful. One guy was calling it the Fatso sticker. Another was saying Sumo sticker is my waifu. Beautiful. And Sariko must have been getting annoyed with it too, because she started to use her free hand to play with her Gyro Froggy strap. But a moment later, her hand froze.
あ、
Huh?
これは
What's this?
力士シール
The
の
sumo
作者なん
stickers
て
were
ケ
made
ーレ
by
ックスだろ。
K-Lex.
超
You
弱
wrong
オ
cider
ツ。
morons, it says. You're the wrong cider moron. Sure, there was a theory on the internet that an artist named K-Lex was behind the stickers, but no one had ever found any proof. They probably just read the title, or the first few lines of an article somewhere that said K-Lex was the artist who created the stickers, and never gave it any more thought.
このアドレ
What's
スは
this address? There was a URL among the comments that was pasted with no explanation whatsoever.
飛んでみる？
Should I click on it?
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Give me a second. I took a look at the letters in the address.
単にアマブロのアドレ
Just an
スだ
image
よ。
or blog URL. Yeah, go for it. I wasn't sure, but it didn't look like a very dangerous page.
オッケー。
Ah, this. You read that earlier in the stream. A moment later, I was staring at a page with an ugly, garish background. I looked away from the sumo sticker that was its hit counter.
なんだ
What
こ
is this page?
うー。
Sariko clicked through the links on the page.
力士シール
Looks
を
like it's a
特集
page
して
about
る
the
ペ
sumo
ージ
stickers.
みたいだね。
Whoa. It must have been a lot of work to get all of these. Was this from before the earthquake? Sarika must have still been bothered by the stickers, because before she said anything, she scrolled down to the text-only part of the page.
こ
The
の
eye in the
シールの
sticker
目
sees
は
disaster
滅びを
coming.
予見し、
Next to
これを
prevent
未
it.
然に防
The
ぐため
prophecy
の
of humanity's destruction in
2015
2015
年の
was
人類
averted by
滅
the
亡の予
stickers,
言は
though there
被
was
害
still
はあ
some
ったものの
damage.
これによって守られた？
2015
In the
年の
prophecy of
人類
humanity's
滅亡の
destruction
予
in
言。
2015. Does he
エ
mean
ジ
the
プト歴の
Egyptian
人類滅亡
apocalypse?
説か。
よく知って
I'm
る
amazed he knew
ね
what he was talking about.
常識だよ。
Everyone knows that. I read further down the page and saw that he considered the crash of 15 to be part of the prophecy, and said that the stickers had saved humanity.
色使いといい。
Between the
ちょっ
text
と
and
来てるな、
choice
ここの
colors,
管理人は。
the guy who made this page isn't right in the head. I mean,
そういえば渋谷
come
って
to think of it,
クラッシュの
the
時
crash
あ
wasn't
んまり
that
大
big a
きな
deal in
騒ぎに
Shibuya,
ならな
was
かっ
it?
たよね。
Do the sumo stickers
歴史シ
protect
ールっ
against
て
solar storms
太
or
陽嵐
something?
を軽減する効果でもあるのかな？
Idiot. Why would you believe that?
渋谷の被害
Shibuya
が少
wasn't
なかった
hit
のは
bad because the
単に復興
restoration
計画で
project
街が整
provided
備されてい
protection
たおか
against
げだよ
snowstorms.
これは単なる
This is
結
just
界
the
説
barrier theory.
結界説
The barrier theory? How could she forget that? A long time ago. We spent a lot of time looking into this.
相撲の発
The
祥が
theory
信
says
じてあ
that
ったこと
since
か
sumo
ら
wrestling was
相撲を
originally
行う
Shinto
力士をモデ
religious
ルとした
rite,
歴史
the
シールに
stickers
宗
have
教
some
的な意味を
religious
持たせ
meaning.
てあちこ
It
ちに
says
貼
that
る
they
ことに
form
よっ
a
て結界を
barrier.
築いてるんだっていう説だよ
宗教
What
的
kind
な
of
意味っ
religious
て
meaning? Crap, I don't know.
とにかく
Anyway, the
結界
barrier
説は
theory is
ナンセンスなん
nonsense.
だ
They're called
歴
sumo
史シールって
stickers,
呼ばれ
but
てる
there's
け
no
ど
evidence that they're
力
actually
士をモデ
supposed
ル
to
に
be
し
a
たっていう
sumo
証拠はないんだ
wrestler.
から
ふーん
Good. I guess I fooled her.
たく
What's this,
これは
Taku?
なんだ
What?
知って
I
る
know
ぞ
the answer.
知ってるの
You know who created
Section.
them?
え
Huh? This, Sirika said as she pointed to. A page about the creator of the sumo stickers. Ellipsis.
いや
No,
勘違
I
い
was
だ
mistaken. Keep
進めて
going.
くれ
オッケー
And the background was using the nastiest colors I'd ever seen. My eyes were starting to hurt. And what's this?
巷で言われているよう
Many
に
people seem to get this wrong,
歴史シール
but
の
the
作
creator
者は
of the sumo
K-Lex
stickers is not in fact K-Lex. I'm not sure if he's going to read the whole thing, so I'm just going to read what I can read of the article. As I said in my last entry, I'm going to go into more detail about the sumo stickers. First, I'd like to answer a question that's on the minds of everyone who visits here. Who made the sumo stickers? Many people seem to get this wrong, but the creator of the sumo stickers is not in fact K-Lex. There's no proof that he, or perhaps she, is the creator of the stickers. This is K-Lex's homepage website. There are several images in the gallery that are similar to the sumo stickers, but none of the sumo stickers themselves. As an artist, K-Lex has put a focus on symmetry in order to achieve eerie effects in many of their illustrations. Of course, that explains why they're similar to the sumo stickers. It's likely that a careless remark by someone who doesn't know the truth of the sumo stickers was the source of the rumor that K-Lex created them. But it wasn't K-Lex who did create them. I know who. In fact, I've made contact with them. Ooh. Okay. Now watch him read all of that after, now that I've read it all. I want to see if the website, the K-Lex website, goes anywhere. K asterisk Lex. Probably not because of the asterisk, but it doesn't hurt to find out. Yeah, okay. It didn't work. Between this and the sheer number of sumo sticker photos, it was clear that the page's author was a little crazy but had done their homework.
このシールの作者は
They were sacrificed to the rest of
結界を築
humanity
く
in
ため
order
に
to
人
build the
類の犠
barrier.
牲になったんだ
No, maybe more than a little crazy. They were totally nuts. I hadn't read a page like this in a while.
その犠牲となった尊敬すべき作者は
Ellipsis exclamation mark. I stopped scrolling down the page.
これ
Look. Her voice was shaking a little as she pointed at the screen.
AH 総
Is
合
that
病院に
is
その身を
inside
置いている
AH Tokyo General Hospital.
タク
I knew what she was trying to say. I could see Sarika's shock out of the corner of my eye, but I couldn't take my eyes off the words AH Tokyo General Hospital. And that was the hospital. That was the hospital I'd snuck into with Sarika in elementary school. The one I saw in my dreams all the time.
おい
Hey,
宮代
Miyashiro.
宮代って
What? Kazuki stuck her face in front of the display from the side and pointed toward Ito.
なんだよ
What?
やべえぞ
This is
Correct.
nuts. Ito was staring at the board as he whispered. Then he walked straight up to it.
やっぱり
And they knew it.
おい
Hey, look at this!
これ見てみろって
He pointed toward the pictures that were stuck up on the board.
どうしたんだよ。
What is it? I tried to hide my shock at what I'd just seen, but my voice was quivering. But Ito was completely ignoring me. He ripped up a few of the pictures. And stuck them back up. The huge number of sumo stickers, and then the long-distance shots of the ones found at the crime scenes.
ここ
Look here.
見てみ
I could tell that Ito and Sarika turned to look at me when I laughed. I thought back to the conversation I'd just had with Kurisu. Something terrible might happen. Well, I'll keep going anyway. I'll probably keep going all the way. Because I'm not just an ordinary teenage boy. Oh boy. October 7th, 2015, Wednesday. 8 p.m. Tomigaya, Shibuya. Alba Clinic. A 2-minute walk from Yoyogi Park Station. This private clinic, 20 minutes away from the heart of Shibuya, was loved by the locals for its homey, comfortable atmosphere. The clinic offered internal and pediatric medical services. It had no facilities to allow someone to stay overnight. The wait was 10 minutes at worst. Some days it was more common to find the director drinking buddies there telling body jokes than it was to find patients. The only full-time doctor was the clinic's director. He had 2 nurses. The only times it ever got busy were during flu shot season, when the director's neighborhood baseball team had its annual tournament. It's strange if it's not here. On the clinic's 2nd floor. This floor, with its living room, kitchen, and bath, and the 3rd floor, with the rooms for the children, formed the group home known as Alba Dormitory. There was no sign identifying it outside, so if you just walked by the building, you'd have no way of knowing that the upper floors were an orphanage. Ow, this really stinks. It's not here either. Hey, no.
もうちょっとだ
Just
か
a
ら
little more. No! Where's the medicine? No. Sakuma Wataru. Yeah, okay. Sorry, just in OnStars there's Rei Sakuma and then Hibiki Wataru. That's all. Anyways. The director of the Alba Clinic and Alba Dormitory looked at the dinner lined up on the table and froze. Boiled vegetables, white fish with plum, tofu hamburg steak, natto, rolled omelet with shiso leaves. The oldest girl at the dorm had been in charge of cooking ever since she came here when she was in 6th grade. Every year, she started cooking more and more like an old woman. Listen, you're not a grandmother. Cook some meats.
腹回りの
You can ask for
贅
meat
肉を減らして
after you
から
get
言って
rid of
ちょう
all
だ
the
い
meat around your
嫌です
stomach.
からね
I don't want to
老後
be
に
in
高
charge
血
of
圧
keeping
治
your
療の
blood
面倒
pressure
見る
down
の
once you get old. Damn. Fair, but damn. We got growing kids in this family. Damn it. Sakuma pressed his hands up against his temples and rubbed them.
どうしたの
What's wrong? You can't find the Loxaprofen. You know where it is.
何頭痛
What? Do you have a headache? Yeah.
うん確
I
か
think... Oh, wait a
ちょっと
second.
待って
Do you have a
もしか
hangover?
して二日酔い
Sakuma moaned a little. Kurisu smiled gently at him, still holding the kitchen knife. Yeah, that's fair.
父さん
Dad, It's bad enough that
そも
you,
そも
the
課
head
長
of
で
this
医者であ
household
るあな
and
たが
director of the clinic,
病院の
are
仕
asking
事
me
手
where
伝
the
ってると
medicine
は
is
いえ
when I'm not
見
even
習
a
い看
nurse
護師以下
trainee.
で娘である私に薬の場所を聞くのも問題ですけど、よりによって
But you're
二日
telling
酔
me
いで
you
すっ
have a
て
hangover?
昨日
Were
の
you
夜
drinking when I was
残っ
finishing
た
up
事
the
務仕事を
paperwork
私
last
が片
night?
付けてる時に晩酌してたの？
No, I was working
俺だっ
too.
てしてたぞ。
じゃあ仕
Then you
事
were
中に飲ん
drinking
でたって
during
こと
work, I
ね。
see.
そんな
I
酔っ
don't have
払い
any
に出せる
medicine to
薬
give
は
to
ありません。
drunks.
あ
And
と
also, no
1週
drinking for
間
a
禁
week.
酒にしますから。
Ah? Hey, no, no, you're kidding.
できた。
It's all done.
二
Call
人
the
とも呼
two
ん
of
でき
them.
て。ごちそうさ
Thank you.
ま。美味しかった。
That was very good.
ごちそうさま。
Thank you.
はい、おそ
I'm
松
glad you
様。
liked it.
お茶入れるね。
I'll make you
ゆ
some
う、
tea.
手伝って。
You, help me. Her little brother nodded, and together they took the plates the four of them had been eating on to the kitchen. It was their job to clean up. Tachibana Yui and Tachibana Yuto were brother and sister. They were the only two siblings of the Alba dorm who were actually related by blood, and the rest of the neighborhood thought it was cute how they were always together. The Shibuya earthquake had occurred when Yui was in 2nd grade, and Yuto was only 6 and hadn't started school. After the earthquake, the two of them had come to Alba dorm. The two of them had been depressed for a long time, between the shock of losing their parents and their experiences in the earthquake's aftermath. Now they made it to the 2nd year of middle school for Yui, and the last year of elementary school for Yuto. No, you can eat dinner without me tomorrow. During the meal, Sakuma had complained about Nono's ban on his drinking, but Yui had told him he'd brought it on himself, He'd spent the rest of the dinner muttering to himself, but by now he'd calmed down a little. I've been so busy lately, you see.
嫌です。
No, it's a pain to warm it up
温め直すの
again,
めんどく
and
さいもの。それ、バラバラに
I
食
don't
事
like
す
it
る
when
のって
everybody
好きじ
eats
ゃないの？
separately. I want us all to eat as a
できるだけ
family
家
as
族
much as
揃って食べたい。
possible. No, that's actually kind of cute.
でも、
But why are you
バ
so
タついてるって
busy?
どうしたの？
Kurisu checked the clock as she spoke. It was almost 9. Alba Clinic closed at 6:30 p.m., and it was often after 7 p.m. by the time Sakuma finished his paperwork and came up the stairs. Kurisu would have dinner ready around that time. But it was true that lately he'd been coming up later and later. Sakuma shrugged and said he wasn't sure why exactly, but... The clinic's one of my old university The clinic one of my old university buddies runs and Shibuya is busy too. And the big hospitals around here, like AH Tokyo General Hospital and Yoyogi for instance, have been really busy lately. No. Oh, sorry.
ごめん。
And...
それで？
Well, there are a lot of theories. Some people say it's because people are excited for the festival and hurting themselves. Others say it's because they're starting to look into that syndrome again.
見直す
They're
って
looking into it again?
6年経って
After
今
6
更？
years? The only thing that's really fixed is the town's exterior. You can't fix what's in here so easily. Yeah, that's fair. Sakuma patted himself on the chest. My patients are the same as ever, but my old classmates and the other people I know are sending me a lot of people. It's making my shoulders really stiff. Skill issue. As her father rotated his shoulders to stretch them, Nono told him he was doing a good job. He normally looked like a goofball, but Kurisu knew that he was reliable when it counted. Alba Clinic was far enough from Shibuya that it hadn't been damaged during the earthquake, and so it had remained open. She heard that Sakuma had taken in patients with minor wounds, a field that was outside his specialty, and treated them. When she helped at the clinic's front desk, the patients would often tell her grateful tales about what he'd done then.
どうしたのこの
What's with this
梨。
pear?
パーラー西野で
It was
素売
on
りして
sale
た
at
の。
Parlor Nishino.
いただきま
Let's
ー
eat.
す。
Yui and Yuto had come back from the kitchen with tea and a sliced pear. She stuck a toothpick in a slice as she spoke. It's so sweet and
甘くて美
good.
味しい。
Oh, Yui,
ああ、
did you buy
ゆい、
some
ポン酢買っ
ponzu?
といてくれた？
It's as cheap as
今
it
日
gets
遅
today,
くねでしょ？
right?
うん。
Yep.
お一人様
The
一個
sale's
まで
limited
だっ
to
た
one
か
per
ら、
person.
ゆうと
So I
で
took
2個
you
ゲッ
and we
トして
bought
きた。
two.
あ、そ
Oh,
うだ。
right.
いつもの
They
ス
say
ー
our
パー
usual
タイムセールの
supermarkets
時
changing
間
the
変わ
hours
る
for
って。
its timed sales. Timed sales? Yikes.
嘘。
No way.
1時間遅
It's
くな
gonna
る
be an
んだって。
hour later, they say.
ああ、困る
That's a
な。
problem.
夕ご
Should
飯
we
の買い
handle
物
dinner
どうし
shopping
ようかな。
then?
あと、風呂場
No.
の洗剤切れ
Also,
そうだった
we're
よ。
almost out of
あ
bath
の白
soap.
のパッケージ
The
の。
one with the white package.
それは週末のセ
I'm
ー
waiting
ル
for
を
the
待ってる。
weekend sale.
どこの？
We're at
青木薬局。
Alki Pharmacy.
クーポンあるよ。
I've got a coupon.
本当？
Really?
助かる。
That's great.
そうだ。
No.
ベランダ
Do you
見
see
た？
the veranda?
洗濯物
The
干す方
corner
の
where we
角の
hang
と
the
こ。
laundry?
え？
Huh?
何？
What?
苔生えてる
Miss
の
Mold.
びっしり。それが？
And
なんとか
if we
し
don't
な
do
いと、
something,
その
we'll
うち
eventually
赤
get
ガニ
red
が湧くの。
mites. No.
私だって
I
嫌
don't
で
want
す。
that either.
というか、
Actually, I want it less
私が
than
一番
anyone.
何？
What's the
さっき
matter?
から
Does your throat hurt?
喉痛いの？風邪？
Do you have a
ちょ
cold?
っとありえない
How's
ん
that
ですけど。
possible? You're a
お医者
doctor,
さんでし
right?
ょ？
Yeah, that's how that works. When you're a doctor, you're all of a sudden immune to everything.
看病する
Just
のは
remember
私た
that
ち
it's
なん
our
ですか
job
ら
to take
ね。
care of you.
ただでさえ
Doing the
寝
laundry
汗
is
が多
already
くて
hard enough
洗
since
濯
you
が大
sweat
変
so
だって言
much.
うのに。
Sheesh, roast him, why don't you?
少しは痩せてよ。
Lose
大
some
体
weight,
父さんの
okay?
食費だけで
Do you
月
know how
にい
much
く
we
ら？
spend on feeding you alone each month? Jesus. Yeah, that's fair. Sakuma slammed his teacup down on the desk. He reached the limits of his patience.
No.
No,
Yui.
Yui. We need to
話
talk.
がある。
Sit
ちょっ
down.
と座れ。
座ってんじゃ
We're
ん。
sitting down.
な。
Listen up, you
お
two.
前ら
Sakuma pressed down on his temples again as he wondered where to begin. It felt like his headache was getting worse. But in the end, he couldn't come up with any ideas except to say it directly.
もう少し
Can you two act a little more like
中学
kids?
生らしくできねえのか。
は？
The two of them looked at him as if they didn't know what he was talking about.
の。
No.
お前
What's your
趣味なん
hobby?
だ。
何急に？
What's this all about?
いいからよ。
Just answer me.
趣味は
What's your hobby?
部屋の掃除。
Cleaning my room.
ゆいは
And you, Yui?
セールのチラシ
Collecting
集め。
supermarket sales pamphlets. Not bad hobbies, but the two of them kept eating their pear slices, unsure of what he was getting at. And then they continued their conversation saying, "What's his problem? He must be terrible getting old."
座れ。
Sit down.
座りなさい。
座ってる。
We are sitting.
お前ら何歳のうちから
What are you
初対人
two
見てんだ
acting like housewives at
セ
your
ールが
age?
どうの食費が
Sales,
どうの
food budgets.
学生
Is that what
と
kids are
会話だ
supposed to talk about?
家のことは
It was
任せ
your
るって
idea
言
to
った
put us
の
in
は
charge
父
of
さん
the
でしょ？
chores. Kurusu ran the Alba Storm's budget, and Yui helped her.
もっと
I'm telling you to have a little more fun.
ライブ行った
Go
り
to
服買った
concerts,
りよ
buy clothes.
ええ、
What?
別にいい
You
よ。
don't need
ネットで聞けるも
I
ん。
can listen to music on the internet.
言われなくて
And
も
I got all my
服は
clothes
フリマ
on
とかで
the
買って
flea
ます。
markets.
いいの
When
な
I
い
can't
時
find
は
ones I
自分で
like, I
作っ
make
ちゃう
them
もの。
myself. That's so real of you, actually.
ちゃんとし
They're
すぎ
both
なん
too
だよ
perfect. You'll never
Ah.
get boyfriends like
隙の
this.
ない女はモテねえぞ
I'm not interested in the immature boys in my class. What about the girls in your class? And everyone idolizes Big Sis in middle school. Do they? Of course, Yui nodded. Yui went to Hekiho Academy's middle school, which was located close to the academy itself. The high school and middle school did a lot of activities together, and Kurisu had gone to the latter before as a part of her student council president job. Kurisu chuckled. In high school, you mostly seem scared of me.
彼氏の一
You
人
don't
もいね
even
え
have
の
a
か
boyfriend.
お前の浮いた
I've
話
never heard you talking about guys. I'm not interested in immature boys in my class. What about the girls? What? Oh, the boys in your class are the same way? The boys our age are the same no matter how old they are. Yeah, yeah. Kurisu sipped her tea with a smirk.
ブラコンめ
You and your brother complex. Yeah, that's a fair reaction. Unless she spouted out like she'd been struck with a bullet. I mean... Big sis, are you okay? You, get me a tissue. Okay. Kurisu coughed as she took the tissue from Yui, then wiped down the desk. Don't say weird things like that. Her face was bright red as she yelled at Sakuma.
お前は
You
タク
care
に
too
構
much
いす
about
ぎなんだよ
Takeru. No other
そんなん
boys
だ
will
と
go after you
他の
if you
男が
act
寄っ
like
てこない
that.
ぞ
That's not true. I mean, they aren't, but... Kurisu waved her hand, annoyed. Anyway, cause... Mix this. Kurisu threw the tissue in the garbage can without answering.
言うとは
And what about you,
こ
Yuto?
の間
I
ユイが
remember
言って
Yui
た
saying
ぞ
something
ほら
about a girl named
同じクラス
Kono-san
の
in
今
your
野さんだ
class.
がなんだか
That's not true. I mean, it is true, but... Now it was Ito's turn to turn red. That's right. What happened with that? It was a love letter, right? No secrets, remember? Tell me. Ito shrank back into his chair, his tiny body becoming even smaller. Then he nodded. Yui leaned forward, excited. And? Tokuda-kun. Tokuda-kun found out and... Yui's expression switched from jovial to serious. What? Did he make fun of you? After a short pause, Yuta nodded. You need to speak up when something's bothering you. If you get used to it, it'll change you in bad ways without you realizing it. Yeah, that's right. Right. But if he makes fun of you again, tell your big sister. I'll get him back. Yui, a girl shouldn't talk like that.
お前が言
You're
うか
one to talk. What does that mean? I mean... There were 2 rules in Alba dorm. After dinner, everyone would gather around the table to talk. And no one was allowed to keep secrets. When Sakuma decided to open an orphanage after the earthquake, he first picked the name, Alba dorm. The second thing he decided on were those rules. The 4 of them talked until around 10 p.m. when Yuto started to yawn. Telling each other about their daily lives was how they kept themselves grounded. That's cute. I'm coming in. Kurisu entered the empty room, knowing there wouldn't be an answer. She started by wiping down the desk, and then moved on to do the rest of the cleaning the same way she always did. Nothing had changed in the room since Miyashiro had left. It was still filled with books, papers, and DVDs. Home was the place where Kurisu felt the most calm and relaxed. It was where she could be herself and be with her family. Her favorite time of the day was after dinner. It wasn't that she was uncomfortable at Heiheikuko, but her personality was such that she always felt like she had to put her job first. And she liked the role she had at home with her family more than she liked the roles she had in the outside world. As she cleaned the bookshelves, she saw a scrapbook. She'd seen it many times before, but she put it on the desk and started to flip through the pages. The book was filled with information on urban legends and crimes that had taken place in Shibuya, and on the last page was a collection of magazines and newspaper articles. The magazine article was dated about 6 months ago, just before Miyashiro had left home. The newspaper article was from 6 years ago. It was about the Shibuya earthquake. This was why Miyashiro had left home and gone to live at Miyashita Park. The dates match up exactly with the dates of the murders from 6 years ago. They may be set up to look like suicides, but they're every bit as weird as the old killings. You're going to be killed, Miyashiro Takeru-senpai. Something might be coming for him. Or maybe Takuri was getting involved in something. As his older sister, she had to protect her little brother. But Can I face what happened 6 years ago? And there was a knock at the door. She tried to take a few deep breaths to calm herself before she spoke. Who's there? It's me. I'm coming in. Why do you look like you're about to cry? Huh? She quickly put her hand up to her face. She wasn't crying. She took a quick breath to help her focus. What's wrong? You're acting a little weird during dinner. Was I? Sakuma looked at the scrapbook on the desk. Did he do something again? His voice was a father's. Kurisu put the scrapbook back on the shelf. Yeah. No, I guess he hasn't. But it seems like he's about to. He hasn't changed a bit. After the cops took him in at the roof hotel, he tried to get him to stop, right? Kurisu nodded, remembering what had happened in the hallway that day. But he doesn't seem like he's going to stop. That's rare. He usually does what you tell him. And that's because I didn't really... What's wrong? Sakuma sensed that something was wrong with Kurisu and sat down on the bed. He motioned for her to speak. Dad, how did he start opening up to me? I mean, the rest of the family. You remember, right? When he woke up from his coma and started his rehabilitation, he would barely talk to us at all. You and Yuto were like that too. And so were you, you know. We're not talking about me here. It was so long ago. I don't remember. Was there ever really a single cause for that kind of behavior? You're right. But he crossed his arms and seemed to be trying to remember the past. Soon after.
I
I don't know when he started opening up, but I do remember the first day he ate dinner with us.
あ、
Kurusu realized that she remembered too. Even after he'd started his physical therapy and learned to walk again, for a while he'd keep eating dinner alone in his room. Sakama had told him that everyone was supposed to meet and talk after dinner, but he used his poor health as an excuse to stay in his room.
私も覚えて
I
る。
remember that.
そういえ
What
ば、
happened with
あれっ
that,
てなんでだったの
actually?
ああ、多分な。
I think it was what
お
you
前の
said.
単価だよ。
え？
あいつのリハビリ
You
手伝
remember
って
how
た
you
ろ。
helped with his physical therapy?
家族なん
You
だか
said he
ら
was
私
a
が面
part
倒
of
を見るっ
this
つって。
family, so you would take care of him.
うん。
Yeah. Yashiro had refused, but she told him there was no reason for him to be embarrassed now. She had been in charge of cleaning his catheter when he was in a coma after all. Why not an actual nurse? That's all.
そっから前にも増して
And
つ
then
き
you
っきり
started
で
spending even more time with
昔か
him.
らだ。
You've had that
Oh,
brother
my, no,
complex of
Bracken
yours for a
Moria.
long time.
だ
I
から
told you,
違う
it's
って
not
言っ
like
てるで
that.
しょ。
んで、あい
And
つ
then
が
when
問
he
題
was
なく
finally
日
able
常
to do
生活
everything
で
on
きる
his
ように
own,
なって、
and you came to be
そ
and
ろそ
asked
ろ
if it
学校も
wasn't
大
time
丈
for
夫じゃ
him
な
to
いか
go
っ
to
て、
school.
お
You
前が
remember
俺
what
に
you
相
said?
談持ちかけたとき、なんて言ったか覚えてるか。
うん？
Kurusu tried to think, but she couldn't remember herself saying anything special.
小学生の
I guess he
時、
didn't go to school a
学校
lot
にあまり行
before,
っていなかったって
but I'll
言う
make
け
it
ど、
so he can.
私が行けるようにする。もしあの子をいじ
If
める
anyone
やつがい
bullies
た
him,
ら、
I'll get them back.
私がやり返してやる。
You're kidding.
嘘でしょ？
She didn't remember that at all.
本当だよ。
It's true.
さっき
I remember what
ユイ
you
も言っ
just
てた
said.
じゃないか。
She definitely got it from
明らか
you.
に昔のお
You used
前
to
の
have
影
an
響
even
だ。
sharper tongue than you do
今以
now.
上にとんがってたからな。それを
Anyway,
あい
he
つは部
wasn't in
屋
the
の
room,
外で聞
but
い
he
てたん
heard,
だよ。
blah, blah, blah.
その
But
日
he
の
heard
夕
you
飯
say
から
that,
だ。
and that
あい
was
つが
the
一
day
緒
he
に食べ
started
るように
eating
なっ
with
たのは。
us.
まあ、
Well, he still didn't go to
結局あいつは
school all that
あま
much.
り学校
But
には
even
行
if
か
he
なかった
spent
け
most
ど
of
な。
his time with the nurse's
それ
office,
でも
it was still
特
thanks
別
to you
登校
that
で
he was
卒業
able
で
to
きたのは
graduate.
お前のしごきの成果だろう。
When she listened to Sakama's words, she could feel the terror that had been building inside her start to fade away. Instead, she felt a mixture of confidence, nostalgia, and joy.
そんなこと、
Did I really say that?
私言ったかな。ののねー、
Big sis,
何してんの？
what are you doing?
そっちこそ二人
What
でどう
about
した
you two? What are you doing?
ユウのトイレ。
He was going to
そ
the
したら声
bathroom,
が聞こ
but
え
then
た
we
から。
heard you talking.
さ
I see. She smiled a little at Yuto's embarrassment. He couldn't go to the bathroom on his own at night. He'd always been shy and spent most of his time clinging to Yui, but the earthquake had given him mild scotophobia too.
ねえ、
Hey,
二
Do
人
you
が
two want
タクルに
Sakura
帰
to
って
come
きて
back?
ほしい？当たり前じゃん。
of course.
家族だも
We're
ん。
family.
うん。っ
Yeah.
ていうか、タクルに
And
の
we're
掃除
doing all
当
the
番
cleaning that
全部
was Big
肩代わり
Bro's
してるの
job.
私とユウだから早く返してもらう。あと買い出し
And the
当番
shopping
も。
too.
ああ、それ
Oh,
もだ。
that too. I forgot. They really went, yeah, we're picking up his slack. Of course we want him back. Kudisu laughed and looked around her missing brother's room and her family. And there's no changing what happened 6 years ago now.
ユイ。ん？ ユウトをいじめる
If
やつが
anybody
いたら
bullies Yuto,
やり
get
返
them
してやり
back.
なさい。
Huh? Oh yeah,
も
of
ちろん。
course. She would just have to protect her family so that they could live together again. Kurisu took out her smartphone and left the room, leaving her uncertainty behind. And that's it for the night. That is the wrong button. I think this is a good stopping point. I kind of want to end it a bit sooner, but then like that scene started. It's like, yeah, let's keep reading through this scene. Definitely a time TM. Looking forward to seeing how the story keeps progressing and whatnot. The same old, same old. Nothing too super spectacular has happened, so I don't really know what else to say other than the same old, same old. Like, ah yes, what happenings are up next? Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts in my head. No, I don't. I swear I keep using my PNG tuber, by the way. I promise I like my VTuber model. I spent a lot of time on that. However, I like being able to not have an extra light on my face in order to PNG instead. I do have a bit of headache, probably actually migraine, so just didn't. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. As always, I do appreciate it, and I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing how the story progresses and whatnot. But until then, I will catch you all next time. Yeah, I'm good with words sometimes. That went well. Okay, bye-bye.